listening to like local radio in the rental car, and boom, Steven Singer live reads are coming on. That guy knows how to get the word out. It is crazy how I'm all the way. I'm in the middle of the country, the heartland, and they're still talking about gold dipped roses and how this is the only place to get it. I'd be so furious if I was the person on the other corner of 8th and Walnut, because it's like I'm sitting there trying to get Philly to talk about me. Meanwhile, Steven Singer has like billboards in Detroit and Bob and Tom doing reads for him in Indiana. It's a crazy thing. It was fun. Fun time in Indiana. Did you have a good weekend, Troy?
I did.
Any erections? I was thinking about you because I know you're saying that you hate it. You hate that.
I gave them up.
Right, for Lent, and then it just kept going.
Yeah.
But you say you hate it. You say you get an erection, you get upset.
I don't get upset. I'm just not trying to. I'm not.
You said you hate when you get them. Now I'm trying not. You said I don't like having them. I don't have them anymore.
Yeah, I don't want them.
No room for your life.
You're not about it.
No.
I don't want them.
Do you get any?
2.
That sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's fine.
I'm just because you were counting too. That means it's annoying. It's an annoying thing.
2 that you know of.
Oh yeah, because you don't have the sleeping cock ring yet.
I'm not getting a sleeping cock ring.
To find out?
I will not do that.
Because you don't want to wake up in a bad mood if you got a couple?
No, I just don't want to. Yeah,
I get that. You don't want the data because you can't control that.
No, because I don't want to think about my penis. Sorry, I know there's a female that writes. I feel weird saying
It's okay.
Is it okay, Danielle?
It's okay.
Okay.
Of course.
You understand? Troy's got
not to be.
Troy's got issues. Yeah.
I get it. We all have our own issues.
That's right.
I know,
and we have to embrace them. We do.
I mean, right out of the gate. We're not even 5 minutes into the show.
Because I was just thinking, like, the weekend and everything, and it was a few days.
Yeah, but I can talk about Florida. I had.
I don't care though. Yeah,
it was 80 degrees.
I know, but
sunny.
Big deal. The whole world wants to know.
Weather? Who cares about the weather?
Right, because you're going to have a great time in 80-degree weather, but the first thing I would think of is how great of a time would he have? Because if he got an erection in 80 degrees, he'd still be pissed, right?
Again, it's not. I'm not.
You got to be kidding me with this thing.
I'm not pissed.
This is the last thing I want right now.
Just trying not to lean into it.
Into the erection?
That's right.
Yeah, you can sprain it or something. That'd be. I don't know how you would lean into it yourself.
Well, I'm not doing anything to induce it.
Right, induce erection. No, I think that's really good. I think that's really healthy.
Healthy.
It is. A lot of problems do come from that. I mean, you keep hearing, imagine if Diddy had never had erections. I bet we'd still be getting hits. He wouldn't be in trouble at all.
Yeah. I mean, Sam, you know me better than anybody in this room.
That's right.
You know.
Except now Danielle knows you pretty well. Probably probably better than she'd like to.
Right, but you could say the same about me now, so.
That's true.
And
I apologize. I didn't bring up my erections. This is if there's anybody's angry at anybody, it should be at Sam.
There's nothing to be mad at me for. I'm just trying to.
Sam, you're fine.
I'm trying to set the tone. I'm trying to figure out where everybody's at, and I know that that's generally a barometer for you.
But like I said, you know me better than anybody in this room. You know that my erections have gotten me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
I've made a lot of bad decisions.
You let them lead the way for a long time.
I did. Those days are changing.
Well, I hope so. And I like that you've gone.
That song's about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like that you've gone back in the other direction. I know what the problem is: the physical reaction, the erection itself.
I think people get a lot more done if they didn't concentrate on their boners.
I think you're right. Imagine the amount of if you go through the population, imagine the amount of minutes, hours, days, weeks, years wasted on these erections. It's terrible.
And feeding into them. And the algorithm doesn't help.
The algorithm's got you?
If you take a wrong turn, that algorithm sends you down a dark path.
Right. It starts with the bikini girls, doesn't it?
Bikini girls, girls jiggling their butts.
Yeah. And that's innocent enough. You're like, I'm sure this is fine. And then it does. And then it takes you down these weird... Because the algorithm keeps going. Would you like this? And you're like, well, I don't want to. But I do. I'm going to take a look.
It's starts with a sexy bodybuilder.
Right.
And you're like, I'll just check out the sexy bodybuilder.
Isn't it weird? That's the real problem. People think AI is this horrible thing, but really the algorithm teaching you things about yourself that you didn't even know.
Right.
If I had asked you before the algorithm, do you like sexy bodybuilders? You go, no, not really my thing. Except then the algorithm feeds it to you. And you're like, well, I wouldn't have this fed to me over and over and over again if I didn't like these strong ladies doing squats.
Yeah. It's bad. I wish there was something with the social media where you could turn off anything sexual or have like a rating,
Right.
like 1 through 5. Like 5 is like, because like I'll be in like a conspiracy video.
And that's innocent enough. Just a simple, innocent QAnon video.
Right.
Just explaining to me what's really going on, the basements of these restaurants.
Right.
Just trying to get to the bottom of
Trying to
things.
get to the bottom of some things.
Perfectly healthy.
I take a wrong turn and I am in hardcore pornography.
I can't believe that. That's terrible the way they do that.
Why don't you
to
put like a child safe search on your profile?
Because
Why-
that'll probably get rid of a lot of the good like conspiracy stuff too.
Right.
I'm assuming.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I would love it, and I'll bet we'll get there one day because Troy's on this quest to cleanse, and it's so difficult to cleanse. I would love it if you picked up Troy's phone and you realized he had YouTube Kids instead of regular YouTube. He's like, if you set it to 11 years old, you get most of the good stuff.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Not gotta be careful these days.
it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
It sneaks up on you. You never know where it's going to come from, and I get it. I'm glad though. Only 2 over the course of multiple days. That's not bad. They weren't on the plane, were they?
No.
Okay,
no.
good,
Luckily
good.
they were in bed with my fiance. So
Nice.
That helps.
Nice, and you could take care of them right there in a healthy
Healthy
manner.
Yes.
And say, honey, we
Here
got
it is.
to get rid of this. Yeah.
We got a problem on our hands.
Right. Before this becomes a bigger issue for both of us, better take care of it.
Correct.
And she understands. She's been with
Yeah.
you for a very long time now.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
How was the plane? Were there any? Because you were worried.
Oh, funny you say that.
Oh,
Well, going to Orlando and coming from Orlando, I mean, you're dealing with the most hellish children you could possibly ever have.
that's true.
I was
You mean like people like Travis who are trying to sneak lightsabers onto the plane
no, that would be a pleasure at this point.
compared to what you had to deal with?
Plus, you would know you're safe.
You would, because there's somebody to defend from the intergalactic villains.
Yeah.
If only on 9/11.
Yeah. You just see a couple guys with box cutters, and then one guy in a shawl steps up. Wong.
Let's roll.
Really needed more incels on those flights.
That's right. Yes, we did. Obi-Wan Kenobi is whispering in Travis's ear, "Use the Force."
Maybe I should use the force.
He would use his hand to try to get the box cutter out. The guy's like looking at him, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, that didn't
Stay
work at
there.
all.
Stay there. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I'm sorry, Troy.
No. So, the flight down because I booked a last minute ticket. So I'm in the back of the plane,
Nice.
row 25.
That's the best part. Best row.
Oh, yeah.
You get to go on
Smells so
first.
good.
Yeah.
It's by the toilets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Your favorite.
So, I always sit aisle. So I when I see fat people walking down the aisle, I start getting anxiety because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this one.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and especially like when you're back in row 25.
Everyone's a possibility.
Oh yeah.
Every single person that walks on that plane might be coming to your row.
And then I see
true.
this little girl walk up, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm here," and I'm like, "Okay." And then behind her is her fat mom. And I'm like, "Well, you should put the daughter in the. What would make sense to me is put the daughter in the middle, and then the mother go against the thing." But no, the mother was in the middle.
Well, that makes sense to you, but the daughter, kids love a window seat.
I understand. You're right.
Also, I mean, if I'm a mother and I see Troy sitting in the, do I have to say more?
You mean
you're
the
right.
guy with his neck tattooed and the giant bearded braid?
I'm
You know
probably
what
gonna
would make
protect
the
Riley.
You know what would make the most sense? To have my daughter sit next to Troy, who's sitting there clearly worried about his erections.
Well, she doesn't. She has no recollection of it. Sorry.
I mean, you're an easy read. Your poker face stinks.
And by the way, I helped her put her bag up in the overhead.
What a
so-
gentleman!
Yeah, exactly.
What an abs!
Exactly.
You helped her fat mom put the.
But
what an absolute gentleman!
The fat mom actually ended up being a sweetheart, and she was very kind, and she was very kind with the sometimes it's a the fatso will be like, hey, I'm entitled to half your area too because I'm fat.
Right. Who will do that?
Fatso.
Gotcha.
So then behind me there's a bigger fatso mom and her 2 children, one children in the middle and one against the window.
Were the kids fat too?
The kids they were fine.
All right.
They will be.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they will be.
Oh, yeah. So the mom is just letting these kids run amok.
No.
Run amok. The kid in the middle has the tray down. This is like we're like 10 minutes into the flight.
Like that little kid on the bus in A League of Their Own. You're gonna lose, you stink.
And the child is literally both fists banging the and I'm just
10 minutes in.
and I'm literally looking at the mother next to me, and I'm like, and it just and I look at the mom and I'm like, hey, do you want to say something? She's like,
because it's her seat.
it's her seat, but it's shaking all
Sure,
of ours.
it's shaking the whole
Right.
row.
Plus, she was such a sweet lady, especially for a fatso.
Right.
And not going into your space that you kind of want to protect your chivalry comes into play.
Yeah, and I helped her with her Wi-Fi, so we were kind of like cool.
Oh,
at
you
this
were
point.
you were set up.
I was being a gentleman. Right,
That's
right,
nice. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a single mom traveling, so I'm like, trying to be extra, courteous.
Check
How
that
bad-
finger.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When Troy sees a single mom, watch out.
Trust me, there's no physical attraction to this woman.
So you were like, hey,
That's what you
since
said.
you're-
By the way, that's what you said about the female bodybuilders.
That's a good point. So the kid is just banging. I said, are you going to say something? Do you want to say something?
Because you're a fellow fatso.
Yeah, it's like maybe you could be like, hey, we're both fat here. Let's fix this.
You guys
situation.
have a language.
Yeah, we're in a sorority.
We're both moms and clearly like to eat.
Yeah.
So she's like, I feel bad because I'm a mom, and I said, okay, I'll handle this.
Oh, good. Little did she know, this is a worst case scenario. Why don't you handle this?
And I just got up. I unbuckled myself. I got up and I leaned over.
Oh, you didn't even like turn around.
I mean, that's
No,
what it's exactly like. Troy doesn't realize he's 6 feet tall, and so he's like turning around, and now he's bending down. Because that's exactly what I was thinking.
He went straight to step 3.
You just turn around in your seat and say something. The minute you're standing up and you're bending down looking, there's an intimidation.
Well, no. I'm not trying to be intimidating. I want to look her in the eyes when I say this.
That's the intimidating
No,
part.
that's being a gentleman.
That's being look, I'm not trying to be intimidating, but I want her to look in my eyes and realize I'm serious as cancer, bitch. You better stop.
Look at how
Not to be
you
intimidating.
look.
It's a gentleman. It's a gentleman.
And I understand. I can come.
Look into
You're
these
aggressive.
eyes. Look into this stone cold stare of
no,
death.
no.
Keep pounding that table, and it will be the last table you ever pound.
And I understand that I look like a psychopath. I understand that. So I try to make sure I'm very calm and gentle.
But you've heard Troy's voice when he tries to be calm and gentle. He doesn't come across as you don't.
Well, when I'm talking to a lady on an airplane, I don't want any issues. I can come across very calm and very gentle.
I doubt it, because you think you do that here and you're bullying people.
Maybe he does. Troy sometimes sounds just fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Not when he's staring down at you, staring in their eyes.
I would be intimidated.
I want to make sure it's clear. Like, hey, listen. Like, I said to her, hi. I said, hey, how are you today? She's like, good. I said,
That's so.
It's so scary. That is so scary.
That's so
it's breaking.
passive-aggressive.
No, it's not.
I mean,
It's
this is-
breaking the ice.
Bro,
That's how the interviews start on First 48.
yeah, I was about to say, this is the stone cold serial killer. This is what's his name who did the HBO show. I was being nice. It starts polite. Hey, how are you doing today?
Nobody asks.
Good.
And I said,
I'm fine.
I said, hey, how are you today? She's like, good. I said, would you be ever so kind as to stop having your child bang the table in front of her? I'm like, you're literally shaking this entire row, and our teeth are rattling.
Okay, you said our teeth are red?
Yeah.
Okay, that's when
Fair
you know.
enough.
That's when I want you to know. I'm putting on a facade of politeness, but you've affected my flight, and I will fuck your life up.
No, I wouldn't fuck her life up, but
It sounds like that when you say my teeth are rattling.
I'm just letting you know, like when your
driving the
child,
point home.
when your child
Yeah,
is
yes.
banging on this, like I'm having a hard time like thinking,
Right.
Like so,
And you wouldn't like me when my thoughts aren't clear.
so
I'm doing everything to not get an erection right now.
Wow, that's
Stop.
well that
Banging.
we start going into a weird territory with that.
Yeah.
yeah.
everything gets clouded.
So she's like, well, your seat is broken and it keeps moving back and forth.
Okay,
And I go,
all right, now we're in it.
And I said,
So
first
she was immediately
Defensive.
angry and defensive.
yeah.
She's on her kid's side against this big weird biker dude who looks like the guy that Pee Wee Herman met at the bar where he was singing Tequila.
fly in with his fat girlfriend and her daughter.
Maybe we're together.
That's what he
They might think we're together. Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys were so flirty
We're so
with each
chummy.
other. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So she's like, well, your seat's broken. It keeps moving back. I go, listen, I will try not to move around too much in my seat. I didn't cause the seat to be broken, but I will try not to move around. Would you kindly please have your child stop hitting the table? And she's like, yeah. And so we sat down and that was it. And there was no other issue other than, literally her letting her kids run up and down the aisle.
Hitting
literally,
every armrest as they went.
like hauling ass all the way up, all the way back, all the way up.
That
You don't
is
have people telling them to stop doing that shit?
that is infuriating and people will do that when they are so desperate for their kids not to be their problem anymore that they make them everybody else's problem.
And
If it's-
there's no awareness that that's what they're doing.
of course, they don't even consider it because as long as it's off their plate, they don't even think to themselves, now whose problem is this? What am I actually doing?
They should hog tie them or tape them to a seat like they do with a grown man who's drunk.
That's true. That's true. Like Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
When you gotta strap them down. Yeah. No. I've been on flights like that where this kid is freaking out, and the mother just turns around and goes, "I'm sorry, we gave him some organic cough syrup, thinking it would chill him out, and it's had the opposite effect." And I mean, the fact that she said that, I actually felt bad for her at that point. I was like, okay, she's dealing with it. But yeah, the idea of just letting your kid become everybody else's problem, it's infuriating.
At any point, did you consider putting your leg out and tripping the kid?
I just
Because I'm not saying you're a bad person if you did.
No, especially when you can pass it off as what do you want? I got long legs.
Yeah, I'm in the aisle seat.
My seat's broken.
My
Yeah.
seat's broken.
Right.
I just had my headphones on. I was watching television.
What were you watching?
What are you taking?
I was just flipping around. I don't remember. It was
Impractical Jokers?
I love when there's an impractical. But you know what? JetBlue, they're a bunch of assholes.
Go ahead.
They got rid of a bunch of their good channels.
You're kidding me. Which
I don't
are the
even
good
think
ones?
True TV is available anymore on the
They're on that channel all day.
I know. I used to love flying. I'd watch a marathon all the way there.
It would take you your whole trip.
The whole trip, I'd watch the Jokers.
Any time of day.
Sal's the loser.
I mean,
Right.
if I was watching Shark Tank a little bit, which is always, it's great.
Shark
but-
Tank's great.
But
Shark
it's
Tank's
like,
great. Maybe
I-
catch an SVU marathon if they got USA.
They don't have History Channel. I don't even think they have USA anymore.
Can't
You're
even watch
kidding
Ancient
me.
Aliens.
I used to love Ancient Aliens. I used to watch.
American Pickers.
Bro, American Picker marathon.
gonna stay on that flight
a
all day.
flight. I don't want to get off.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go head home now. I'm going to loop this thing. Can I just stay in my same seat?
Oh, it's incredible when JetBlue.
Wow.
I know.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And
man.
they keep fucking me on the boarding groups, which I found a hack, by the way.
Go ahead.
For some reason, and
First of all, you should be in the last boarding group, right? If you're in the last row.
No, you should be the first.
No,
Yeah.
bro. You board first.
Board from the back of the plane.
they've been giving me Group D.
I didn't
These
even know
nuts,
JetBlue
that's
had
why.
boarding groups.
That's right. But you know what I'm doing?
What?
Here's my hack, and there's a hack for everybody.
Just go.
I just go.
Yep, that's what people do.
When boarding group B is happening,
No.
I take off my glasses and I just tuck my glasses in so I can say oh, I can't see the app. It's too small.
Have you ever gotten caught and been like this?
Nope, nobody stopped me
Wow.
yet.
No, because they don't give a shit.
Wow.
They don't. I mean, sometimes I've heard them saying, "Oh, you're in the wrong group," but since I've been doing this, no one's stopped me.
Yeah, I've seen people get stopped for it.
And in Orlando, they have the gate for JetBlue. They have like a gate, so you just put your phone up to a gate, and then the doors open, you go through.
Oh.
Oh wow. And it's not like it's programmed.
It's
to
not
know.
programmed to know your boarding group.
That's smart. That's smart. See, technology, you use it to your benefit.
That's right. But I don't know why JetBlue, and I'm like, every time they send me a survey and they're like, "How was your flight?" I'm like, "Oh, let me tell you about it." I'm like, I don't know why you guys keep doing this to me with my boarding groups.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have some criticisms.
Well, does it have anything to do with you booking so late?
No, they told me it's because I'm in an aisle, so I'm last to get in. They want everybody against the window.
Oh, that's how
are
they're boarding?
Yeah. I'm like, that's so stupid.
That is stupid. Isn't there some airline that is testing loud noises when you try to board too early?
Yes, there was, and I love them. I forget which airline it was, but it's the best airline. Yeah, that they were gonna set off a lunk alarm at Planet Fitness whenever anybody boards the plane in the wrong group, which they should.
No, they shouldn't.
No, that'd be so funny.
It would be hilarious.
American Airlines.
Yes. Can you imagine Troy? the alarm going off for Troy. What the fuck? and they'd look at Troy. They go, of course he's the one that tries to take advantage of the system.
With the new system, travelers who try to board before their designated group will be unable to scan their boarding pass and instead hear an audible sound. The gate agent will then ask the passenger to rejoin the line.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Well, I'm sorry you had to deal with all
coming.
that.
And I fly JetBlue exclusively, and they just keep hosing me.
That's unbelievable.
Can't believe they would treat somebody like that.
It's
I
like,
mean,
what-
you'll make up to 6 trips a year. And they hose you? Do they have any idea the loss they would take?
I tell them I fly this exclusively.
Exclusively. It's amazing.
Just lost yourself, customer.
What's next? The Terra Blue chips disappearing? Well, I'm sorry you had to deal with
Yeah,
all
what's
that.
next? Only one bag of popcorners?
I
No,
know.
they're not stingy with the popcorn.
No, they're not. They sometimes they'll even ask, like, do you want more?
Have you ever been on a JetBlue flight that has the snack cabinet that you can approach?
Oh yeah.
That's a good.
Love that.
That's a good addition.
I haven't been on one lately that had that.
They probably don't. I don't think they only do it on like the longer flights.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Not the Orlando flights.
You ever call the attendant over to get more snacks?
No, but I've gone to the bathroom and say, "Hey, while I'm here, can you grab me a pop chips?"
Nothing wrong with that.
just come out of the bathroom?
Hey,
get one of those pop
Can I get
chips.
some extra pop chips?
They're complimentary.
By the way, can I get a Diet Coke too? Just hit me with a can. Just give me the whole can.
whole can.
Yeah. I can
I
walk
got
it
the
back
cup
to my
in the
seat.
back. Yeah, it's cool.
I'm sitting 2 rows over there, like right here. Yeah. Well, I'm
Fly
glad.
back okay?
Flight back was great. Toots was great.
That's great.
no
That's great.
issues with him. Yeah,
That's
everything was smooth.
Yeah, you would have been mad at me. I flew to Indiana. I'd like to try to get the upgrade to Comfort Plus. And so I know.
Those legs out.
So my boarding group goes way up with that. You're right into you go from group 5 to group 3.
Yeah.
like that with Comfort Plus.
And you did the upgrade.
Yeah,
Good for you.
I did. Well, yeah, I got to treat myself comfortably.
You owe it to yourself.
Thank you.
Your talent.
That's right. That's what I say to myself. Talent should be in Comfort Plus. You know what? Maybe first class. Then I check the price and I go, no, Comfort Plus is
Yep.
fine. Comfort Plus is just fine.
Unless it's on somebody else's dime.
That's right. Then, boop, upgrade. And I go, oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that happened. Well, I guess it's too late now. Yeah, no, it was, the flying home, it was fun. Because I would like sitting near Troy on a plane because I like other people having difficulties. I think, it's funny.
Yeah.
And so I was listening, right? And I'm sitting there and it was a fairly empty flight. So I was already in a good mood because there was nobody sitting next to me, so I'm sitting diagonally across the whole thing, except behind me, it was a husband and his wife flying together. So they have to sit next to each other, right? So they're a little on the larger side,
Oh.
right?
Why are you saying it like that?
Because everybody fat loves to fly.
Well, they gotta go. They have to travel somehow. What do you think they should
just be restricted to driving area?
No, they're gonna go by just like cargo.
Cattle car.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
You're just annoyed. Sam just said they're larger, and you're like, oh.
Why should they be on a plane? They should be banned from planes. They're not sitting next to me. As a matter of fact, they brought entertainment to me. They weren't at all inconveniencing me at all.
Behind you, put them next to you, then we'll see.
I didn't have anybody next to me. I was in Comfort Plus. But they were right behind me. And the husband, just the most exhausted guy. He goes, oh, you're going to need an extender.
Oh.
And so he's like, Miss, we're going to need an extender over here. And he's talking for his wife. And the stewardess is like, okay, we'll wait. Just wait until everybody gets on the plane. We'll get you an extender. He's like, And then and then I can hear him. And they're trying to put the extender on. And they can't get it working. And there's nothing that brings me more joy than just hearing people curse behind me.
I love.
Just listening to this guy go, God damn it, motherfucker. And he's just trying it. I know. I got my headphones on and I turn off the noise cancellation and there's nothing playing. So it's just like I can have the plausible deniability that I wasn't being entertained by you.
No, I'm not listening. I
didn't hear you. What the fuck? But if you check my text, I'm texting hot dog who's at the back of the plane going, oh my God, they're cursing about the seatbelt extender behind me. It's the best.
I love when somebody is audibly annoyed at something. Even if it's going to affect me too. Even if the ferry is late or the bus is like behind schedule. If somebody standing next to me is so annoyed that they are out loud cursing and just upset, I'm fine. I'll wait.
It takes all my annoyance away.
Yep.
It makes me feel fine about everything going on.
This guy's so pissed.
His day is ruined. And then you know what I do? I love it when the flight attendant comes by and they're like having to deal with this. And then I look at the flight attendant and roll my eyes. Like, these guys, huh? Me and you and the flight attendant. Then I get connected with the flight attendant. It's great. It's great. What the fuck?
So he's pissed.
And they're trying to get an extender on. He already doesn't want to ask for the extender. I don't even care if they're knocking into my chair at that point because I know it's because they're upset.
They must have been feeling so much shame and embarrassment.
Yeah, shame and embarrassment. Yeah.
You enjoyed that.
Yeah, because imagine, not only do we need to ask for an extender, which is already shame and embarrassment, but also we don't have the intelligence to figure out how to work the extender. Which is, I mean, to ask for help after it's given to you. Because it's handed to you to say, any fool could figure out how to use this.
Oh, you look like you're an old pro.
Right.
You've extended
Yeah,
before.
that's right. I can't imagine this is the first. You knew exactly what to ask for.
Here you go. You know how this works.
You can't figure this out. I thought the problem was
Doesn't it just
physical, not
clip onto
mental. Yeah, you just clip it onto both. I mean, I don't know. I've never needed an extender.
And hey, God willing, you'll never have to.
God willing, you know. And look, I was blessed with great genetics, you know. I don't need an extender. What can I tell you?
Well, on the weight side.
On the weight side. Yeah, I mean,
Crazy.
no. Hairline could use a little work, but I don't need an extender is the point. Yeah, just listening to them get upset, having to call the flight attendant. It's the best.
I noticed you said something that I just want to circle back to real quick.
Please.
You were texting with Hot Dog because he was in the back of the plane.
Back.
You guys didn't sit next to each other?
Not only did we not sit next to each other, he didn't even board with me as a companion.
He's allowed to do that.
I don't know. I mean, allowed or not allowed, I don't know. But I sat comfortably for many minutes until Hot Dog finally walked past me.
You saw him walk past you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, on the way there, he didn't have his seat assignment yet. I said, okay, I'm on my way in, and I will see you when you get your seat assigned.
Oh, wow, he went cheap, huh?
Yeah.
Not even a seat assignment.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Hell.
No, I need to know.
I don't think it's just cheap. I think it's lazy, too. Because you could...
Lazy. You booked the seat the minute you booked the flight.
You booked, or you, like, as soon as it's time to check in, you can figure out where your seat is again, maybe change it.
Yeah.
You can also call. Like, if you go through, like, Expedia and they don't give you a seat, you can call the airline and they'll give you one.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe he was in goon state.
He could have been in
I don't
goon
know,
state.
You know?
He could have been gooning.
He was sleeping. He was off in the corner.
No, that's right. Yeah, he was gooning pretty hard for the last 24 hours.
Did you guys go to the airport together?
No.
Oh.
No, we didn't go together. We didn't leave together.
I love that.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on.
mean,
What
I
are we doing?
wouldn't
What are we in a relationship?
Well,
No, but you're...
he's there for you,
Yeah,
right?
you guys are going together
We are.
for wrestling.
We weren't even at the same hotel.
What?
They were sold out. I said, call the hotel, see if you can get a room. He's like, I don't want to call. They said online they're sold out. I go, well, then book wherever you want. I don't give a fuck.
He seems like he doesn't like doing a lot of adult things.
No.
Like responsibility things.
No, he loves doing responsibility things, except he's just learning. Like, he wasn't raised in an environment.
He's in his mid-30s.
Well, yeah, I know, because but he wasn't raised in an environment where anything was normal. His whole upbringing was strange.
But he's flown a lot.
Well, yeah, but he's had to figure it all out. So he's still kind of just
Doesn't take that long.
figuring it out. Well, he
It takes like 2 flights tops to be like, okay, I know how this works.
Not if you're gooning.
That's true. I forgot about the state he may have been in.
Yeah. Yeah. He was in a pure, utter goon state. Eric in Colorado.
You know, as I listen to you folks complain about your horrible flying experiences, it's why fancy people like myself fly business class or better, because we don't have these issues. Like, I spent a nice, relaxing 4.5-day weekend in Cancun, flew out Wednesday, got home yesterday. I had no problems boarding. I was in my seat, comfortable, relaxed, no little kids beating on things.
Oh.
You know, the flight attendant walked up and said, "Sir, can I get you a drink?" And I said, "No, I'm good for now." And you know, then flying home yesterday, my wife and I were actually bumped up to first class. We had nice, relaxing flights home. Just kicked back, put my headphones on, and I didn't even feel the plane take off. I was sound asleep.
Eric, I got to tell you, Eric, when I'm booking these flights and I'm trying to figure out where my ticket's going to be, I'm thinking about, you know, a live podcast that's going to be one show, half full room, looking at the money I'm going to make off that live show tick away with every little expense of the airline ticket, and just I become full Joe Exotic. I'm never going to recover from this financially. Comfort Plus is a luxury.
Yeah, but so is business at first.
I've only heard the tales.
Enjoying.
Yeah, sorry, we're not making as much
you
as
should
you
try
are.
it sometime.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how you get there. They won't let me in. Thank you, Eric. Eric doesn't realize this is Everyman Radio, okay? This is Working Joe Radio.
First got a gold record.
I mean, that doesn't stop airline prices from being through the roof.
That's right.
Almost $100 Uber to the airport, $100 Uber home.
Yeah, but that song you did made a lot of money, and that all went in your pocket.
I mean, part of it. Fractions upon fractions.
Fractions upon fractions?
Bro. I mean, the record industry's got you by the balls.
They do.
That's not what I heard.
Chappell's trying to fix that.
I was like, what is she talking about?
Tommy in North Carolina. What's up, Tommy?
Hey, I think Troy's reactions and actions were just really uncalled for when you know you're sitting beside a listener.
Was it Libby that you were sitting with on the plane?
Yeah,
heavy-set Libby.
Come to think of it, did sound like her.
Thank you, Tommy.
Old fat Libby.
Yeah. Well, she's a heavy-set lady. Corey in Rockland.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Hey, Sam.
Hey, man.
Hey, first of all, good show on Thursday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So, I go to a lot of wrestling shows, and most of the wrestling fans, let's just say, are larger than usual. And when you're sitting at the gate, especially yesterday in Indianapolis, and you see 3 fans who can't even fit in the seats waiting to get on the plane, you get very, very nervous.
It's got to be stressful. I mean, imagine me. You know, I'm going to get on the plane. Big fat guy wants to talk to me about wrestling for an entire flight. I got to pick and choose. I got to be very strategic about when I'm skirting out of town.
Right, and what I usually try to do whenever I fly, I get my seat assignment, then when I go to the gate, I always try to get the upgrade, because usually they're cheaper, but unfortunately on this flight, all the bigger people already took the bigger seats, thank God, but you do sit in that seat and go, okay, I see a Royal Rumble shirt, uh-oh,
yeah.
uh-oh.
Thank you, Cor. Yeah, you're right.
That's a bit of a problem. All
right,
have a good one.
All right, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when they're packing 70,000 people into a stadium in Indianapolis, they're not all locals. They're going to be on your flight home. It wasn't the best weekend to travel. I left the studio thinking the thing that I'm going to worry about the most is farts on the plane. This is what we were talking about. And then literally, as we're boarding the plane, they're like, let's get to the bottom of why this helicopter crashed into this commercial jet and everyone's dead. And I'm like, yeah, perfect. Let's get to the bottom of that now. And he went, when's takeoff? Oh, takeoff is now. Okay, great. You try to tell yourself, well, what are the odds that that's going to happen twice? But what are the odds that it's going to happen once? People go, the odds that could happen twice are nothing. But the odds that could happen once are nothing. And it happened once. So, yeah, I was especially, way back was okay, but I was pretty paranoid on the way there, especially like takeoff and landing, that some weird shit was going to happen. Because it also just seems right now, like in just the world that we're in right now, weird shit just happens constantly.
Every day.
Every day. And the odds of you not getting wrapped up in some weird shit, it's slim to none at this point. So I was very paranoid about it. Yeah, they said that it was a Black Hawk military helicopter that, upon this American Airlines jet landing, collided directly with this helicopter. The video is atrocious to watch when you realize what is really happening. Just this massive explosion. They said, was it 67 total or 67 people were on the...
I think 67 total.
67 total. I think 3, they said, were on the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then I guess the others were... There's like a whole figure skating team and stuff that was on the American Airlines flight that blew up right there on the runway. It was,
Yeah, 64 on the plane, 3 Army soldiers in the helicopter.
Horrifying to watch. And nobody can really give an adequate explanation as to what happened. It seems like it might be one of those things where just everything went wrong all at once. They're saying, that the helicopter, I guess, was on some kind of practice mission. Oh my God.
Damn.
It's terrifying. Dude, it's terrifying. They both end up in the Potomac.
And it seems like
And
it
it
was
just-
avoidable.
I mean, it seems totally avoidable. Like, it should never, you couldn't even imagine how it could have happened, right? But they said on one end that the helicopter had night vision, but they don't know if they were using night vision. They said that the pilots on that plane, they said according to the data, they were trying to pull the nose up. They realized right before it happened, oh shit, this helicopter's there. So I guess they were trying to pull the nose up, and they didn't get it right on time. One source was saying that the air traffic controllers, there were like, what, half as many people
They were
were
doing, yeah, whoever was in there was doing the job of like 2 people.
2 people, yeah. They said, what were like 4 or 5 people were on duty.
And I've seen Breaking Bad. I know how this can go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but you'd think when you saw it on Breaking Bad, for real, like, it was almost one of those things where that was one of those scenes where, okay, for Breaking Bad, I'll let it slide. But this is totally absurd.
I must suspend disbelief.
Completely. Like, I just have to realize that we're in a comic book world. And to see that, especially right there at the runway, it literally seems impossible that would happen.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And it's one of those things, too, that I don't know what you say or what explanation there could be that would give anybody sort of any confidence in here's exactly what happened, here's how we can avoid it going further, any sort of like, hey, to the families, here's what happened, here's why this happened, like nothing. It just feels like another one of these catastrophic things that just happens, and then it just happens. We never get the explanation as to how something like it could go down. But man, I don't know. I mean, are they any closer to figuring out?
No, I don't think so.
Exactly why. I mean,
I know they got the black boxes.
Yeah. And then they had to go, like, the rescuers. They had to go into, like, really treacherous conditions to try to recover all the bodies and everything.
It's
like,
cold out there.
It's cold. They're going underwater to get everything. It's just, I mean, it's terrifying. Especially because it's one of those flights, too. It's not like it's this, it's just a tiny little plane coming in from Wichita. One of those flights that you would go, this is such a nobody will ever talk about this flight. Nothing. What's the worst that could possibly happen? It's crazy, man. It's really nuts. But yeah, I guess, and American Airlines had, like, I was talking to people who were traveling, and they had warnings up on the app that an incident had happened.
Oh.
I mean, just getting on a plane. It was crazy. I know for me, probably for you too. Just getting on a plane, knowing that had just happened.
Troy had bigger issues going on.
Well, plus the fat people.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. And you have to make peace every time you got an airplane. Like, this could be
You
it.
really do. You really do. Those thoughts cross my mind every single time. Like, you have to. That's the scariest part about air travel. You have to go, you know what? I'm completely out of control of what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
For the next few hours, let go and let God.
But isn't it like that for, I mean, even if you're like driving, like,
Of course. Yeah.
Well, to an extent, at least if you're driving, you have there are things that you have no control over. You're going through a green light, somebody blows through a red light, and you never saw it coming. There's nothing you could have done.
that's what I'm saying.
But there are other instances where you can at least hope to see something split second, avoid. You have the steering wheel, you have the brake, you can get out. If the car crashes into something but you're not dead, you can get out of the car before it explodes. Like, there's literally nothing you can do on a plane. You're just trusting somebody else that if there is something bad, hopefully Sully Sullenberger is up there and he'll put me in the Hudson. Because other than that,
You're dead.
I got no prayer. And we're up in the sky in a stupid tube.
And Sully, I don't even think flies anymore, so who's going to do that?
Hopefully Tom Hanks dressed as Sully. Or Denzel. Because he can flip that motherfucker upside down and we'll be okay. But yeah, I mean, that's what I think it is to me, right? That there's so many things that could go wrong. And there's literally nothing. In a
But
car.
statistically, they don't.
Yeah, I know. But when they do, they do.
No, I know. I just think it's funny that we I do the same thing. Like,
Sure.
put so much emphasis on like, okay, I'm in this plane, it might crash. But you don't think about that when you take a train ride. You don't think about that when you get on the Staten Island ferry. You don't think about that when you're driving your car.
I think about that when I get on the subway.
Well, that's because you're afraid you're going to be set on fire.
What? That's because there's wildfires running across these subways. Luckily, subway crime is down 100%, but there are wildfires on
I
the
walked
subways.
past a gentleman smoking crack this morning.
Okay.
And then I went down into where the train is, and there's somebody, I believe, smoking PCP. Because it reeked of something like kind of like mechanical. And I saw him smoking it.
You get a contact high?
Yeah.
Nice.
Feeling great right now.
I didn't know you like to get wet.
But I
Well,
just think
I know,
that we
but- yeah, but
put
it
so
happens.
much emphasis on.
I knew a guy
Go ahead.
who used to play it safe because he was afraid to fly.
Uh-huh.
And then he waited his whole damn life to take one flight,
Yeah.
and then the plane crashed down.
Oh.
You know what his last words were?
What?
Well, isn't this nice?
That's
a true story.
That's ironic.
Packed his suitcase. Okay? It's scary. Those things happen.
Did he kiss his kids goodbye?
Yeah, of course he did.
All right, good.
Of course he did.
Yeah, I would do the same thing.
What kind of question's that?
It's stupid. Stupid question.
And he tried to save himself by grabbing a knife. You know what he had? 10,000 spoons.
And all you need,
That's all he needed.
just a knife.
All he needed. Donnie on Long Island?
Yes, Sam, just wanted to let you know the NTSB, which does the investigation of all the crashes, they issue a quick preliminary report to keep kind of like everybody at bay and to calm people down a bit. But the final report takes months because they do a completely exhaustive investigation. They interview the air traffic controllers. They're still recovering the wreckage. They do what they can to assemble it in a warehouse, in a hangar. So it's a pretty exhaustive process. So, people want quick answers, but you have to just be patient, and they'll release their report in due time. And also those night vision goggles, I'm sure Captain Montone may be able to, add something to it. They're not magic. They give a very green, washed out view of things, and they lose some depth perception. They're made for combat, even though they were on a training flight, so that might have been an additional factor. So we'll see.
Yeah.
The goggles do nothing.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate when the goggles do nothing. Thank you, Donnie.
Okay, see ya.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's got to be a complete forensic investigation. But when you're getting on a plane the morning after, you want some kind of, here's what happened and here's why it won't happen again.
I mean, the odds.
The odds of it happening once.
Right. So think about it. The odds of it happening twice.
Did a plane crash in Philly?
Yeah, that was a totally different thing.
I mean, guess what? It's the same result.
Dead people?
The fucking thing crashed. That's what you're trying to avoid.
There's a plane in the sky. It's now crashed.
That was like a medevac jet.
I mean, still.
You don't take a medevac jet to Florida.
If he's hurt, he does.
It's still an airplane that crashed.
I know, but out of
This
how
guy-
many that flew that day?
Mr. Logic. Mr. Logic, because he's broken emotionally. Mr. Logic over here.
Out of how many planes that flew that day?
I mean,
how
a
many
lot. There were a lot of planes.
And then the plane from Houston caught on fire yesterday.
That was just a little fire.
Oh my God! It's
There's another wildfire.
Yeah, it was another wildfire. It's the winds.
Chris in Atlanta.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Hey, I just wanted to say that I know you were mentioning that there may not be a whole lot of solace for people who either died or were scared of flying, but I think you can rest assured that there will be some issue. There will be some big changes. They've already shut down the helicopter routes over the Potomac, and as an airline pilot, a lot of stuff had to go wrong for that to happen, and those kind of things, as you said, are just very, very rare.
Do you, as a pilot, you're a pilot?
Yeah.
Do you read a story like that and go, holy shit, like, as no matter how good I am, something like that could happen, and now that's my life and everybody else on that plane? Or does that sort of like logic of this is such a rare instance, it's not something for me to worry about kick in?
I think it's kind of both, right? So you have that feeling of we know the odds, and the fact that this happened is so incredibly rare that it really even shouldn't register on people's minds. But then you see the news coverage, and as a pilot, at least from the airline perspective, you realize that those guys had no chance. Like, you always think that if this happens to me in flight, I know what to do. I'll be fine. I've trained for it, but they had 1 second to react, and they basically were blindsided by the helicopter. And that really, I think you'll see a lot of pilots kind of shaken up by that. This is the deadliest crash since 2001. It's the last crash since 2009, and you'll see a lot of people taking things a lot more seriously than they would have 5 days ago.
Yeah, because even though the odds are the odds, the fact that it just happened is like this severe dose of reality, right? That it could.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it nerve-wracking when you're like, when you are coming in for the landing, regardless, like, are you so seasoned that you're just like, yep, this is just the gig, or is there something that hits you where it's like, yeah, I got to get this right?
I mean, I think when you come in for landing, there definitely is that heightened awareness, but it's nothing scary. We do it every day.
Right.
DCA is a very unique airport because there's so much helicopter and VFR traffic below the arrival corridors. That doesn't happen, 5 to 7 miles away from airports, large airports like Atlanta and even the big airports in New York. A lot of that space is protected.
Right.
And so we aren't as necessarily worried about any other traffic as we are about, birds or drones or anything like that. So,
yeah, unless they throw up one of those SUV drones that they're pretending don't exist.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to hit a small drone, let alone an SUV drone.
That's right. Well, thank you.
Chris.
Wait, Chris.
I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Troy.
Do you ever see any UFOs?
Good question.
I've been listening to the show a long time, and for Troy, I've been looking every night to see if I've seen UFOs, and unfortunately, I have not seen any. And the Earth is definitely not flat.
You're kidding me.
That's a bummer.
But one more thing, guys, just about the helicopter pilot. I think one of the hard things about flying at night, and I think we'll kind of see this come out as the reports get released. There's a lot of traffic on final for that north-south runway, and I think we're going to see it. Probably the helicopter had the wrong airplane in sight and was maneuvering to avoid the airplane, and just, I think all 4 pilots were just caught by surprise that the other one was right there. So,
wow. That's crazy. All right, well, thank you, Chris. Thank you for the insight.
My call, guys.
Yeah, of course. Anytime, man. 866-969-1969 is the phone number. Libby in Oregon.
Hello, my little love machine. How are you doing?
What's up, big girl?
I know, big fat Libby.
I don't like that they say that about you, by the way, Libby. I think it's...
I don't like that, I'm on my, half rack of Natty Ice or whatever, and I've got a needle in my arm either, so it's cool.
Yeah, no.
Troy,
but you know me.
I do.
I just want to say that you guys are adorable, and everything is great.
Great.
And Meth Mouth Mike from Michigan...
Nice.
Can go suck it.
Nice.
That's
good for you. Say. Good for you. Way to defend yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Sticking
Libby.
up for myself.
Good for you. I like that.
I do want to say that when you guys do talk about the airplane stuff, I get it because you guys travel so much, and we travel a lot for our job too. Shout out to Lee Filter. You guys used to do live reads for us, but I don't know what happened there.
I don't know. They stopped paying.
But well, I'll get them back on board, baby.
Good.
But I do want to say that I love your new co-host, and one of the things about when you're flying, it is very frustrating. So people can't be annoyed with you guys talking about it. I want to defend Troy.
Nobody's fucking annoyed about anything. Why are you being weird? Nobody's annoyed. Nobody called up and said, hey, stop talking about that. Everybody's enjoying the conversation.
No, Eric was saying, what's your problem? I keep getting upgraded.
Eric was being braggadocious.
Eric was being braggadocious. I totally get it. Okay, Libby, I apologize.
Okay. So I was just calling to defend you guys because I'm like, it's not how it always is.
That's right.
And so, just be nice to each other today.
Well, Libby, we're the common folk here, and you're one of us,
right.
So I appreciate that.
All right, well, I adore all of you, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you, Libby. You're the best.
It's more like 2 of us.
Okay. Tim on Long Island.
Hey, this is the best time to fly. What are the odds of this happening again?
I mean, everybody says that. Everybody says that. Everybody says that until you get up in the air and you're like, holy shit. Holy shit.
Why would I say that?
Because you're in the sky in a tube and you just saw one crash and blow up and land in the Potomac.
but we're working our odds, So, everybody's on their toes. Nobody's leaving the air traffic control room today. It's just the best time.
No, you're right. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. It's the best. It's the absolute best. By the way, I did love Indianapolis. Indianapolis is such an interesting city because they really have fine-tuned that city to operating perfectly for big events. Like, have you guys ever been to Indianapolis?
No, but they got nothing else going on.
I mean,
500.
They got the Indy 500. Yeah, I mean,
They're playing all year for that, probably.
First of all, they got every restaurant you can imagine. It's the best.
They got a Chili's?
Yes.
Okay.
And Hot Dog was mad that we went 15 minutes out of our way.
For what?
Chili's.
Where did he want to go?
Exactly.
Do they have bikini beans?
Yeah, they got a bikini beans that Hot Dog wanted to post up outside of.
Chili's is like the number one spot now.
Oh, Chili's. They got a Hooters right there.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, everything. But it's all like they've set up their downtown. It's small. Everything is in walking distance. There's like a ton of hotels. There's the convention center. There's the football stadium. It's like perfect. And then also, all the people are nice. Like, everybody there is polite. And they just come alive whenever there's a big event around. Everybody, and I think because they realize that, like,
there's happy people are in their town.
The restaurants and the bars are all going to do business, and everybody just gets on board. Like, yep, come in here. It's great.
I mean, if the Pacers aren't playing, what's going on?
First of all, Indianapolis rules on a day-to-day.
Really?
Yeah.
You would vacation there?
Easily.
Okay.
Easily vacation.
What would you do?
I'd probably never leave. That'd be the issue. Because I'd be like, what am I going to do? Go home? Where I have to search out my great chain restaurants? No.
No, they're all
right here within like a 5-block radius. It's perfect. And your Indianapolis slander is not going to go anywhere on this show, Travis. That's dumb. You're speaking out of pure and utter ignorance.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't been there.
You'd love it.
I don't plan on going.
You should. It's awesome.
If they made like an Indianapolis in World Showcase at Epcot, I would probably stop in.
It is like a mini Epcot.
Is it?
Everything is so like right there. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. I'm like, I want to go to a grocery store. It's right over there.
Okay.
I want to go to stadium. It's right over there. I want to go to Chili's. It's right over there.
I'll tell you what, I do love the stadium. I love the exterior of the stadium. Like, it looks awesome.
I mean, there's so many bricks in that facade.
But they got nothing else.
The window opens. The roof opens.
They don't have to worry about sunlight coming in.
No, they got a curtain if they need it.
Pickers. Pat McAfee wouldn't stand for that shit.
No, he absolutely would not. I mean, they got the whole Pat McAfee studio in Indianapolis.
I know. That's probably their main
export. Pat McAfee is the main export.
Yeah.
Why is he there?
Because fucking Indy rules. Plus, it's his city. You know, he played for the Colts and is like so he's been on the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame kicker,
and he belongs in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm. Just because he is the heartland.
That voice too.
Yeah. Well, his voice is more of a Pittsburgh voice.
Well, it's a regional.
It is regional. He's got a real
between the coasts.
He's got a real Yinzer thing going on with his voice, but for some reason it does work with Indianapolis and the heartland. But yeah, I mean he's a god in Indianapolis because he was so beloved on the Colts, and now he represents them to the fullest. It's almost like, why would you leave? He gets this giant. I'm sure that he's got a giant piece of property that he lives on that he's paying nickels for compared to what us idiots have to pay for, and he's got the big studio and everything. It's like, why would you go?
Yeah, true.
It's a 12-acre mansion.
I mean, and people come to him at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, he's flying them in. They're not like, oh, I'm going to be in Indianapolis. I might as well stop by Pat's show.
They go to Indianapolis for him, or they just
and then they go right out.
He's like, hey, no, they don't. No, they don't.
Like, you got any nighttime flights?
There's a great steakhouse there. I mean, there's so much to do.
Outback.
Outback Steakhouse is a great steakhouse. Yeah. No, it's
at the airport.
Airport's great. Airport's expansive. Not that many people in it.
I like that.
It's great. I mean, it's not Orlando. That's the best airport in the country.
Amen to that.
Any Illuminati paintings?
Not in Indianapolis. Colorado, yeah. Denver.
Okay.
Denver, for sure. No, 100% there is.
Absolutely.
But that's because Denver also has a mysterious maze of tunnels under their airport. They don't have that in Indianapolis because Indianapolis is real people. It's, you know what I mean? It's real good-hearted human beings.
And it's just American folk.
That's right.
And Denver's kind of more lizard people.
Well, yeah, they're under the airport. Yeah, they are. Yeah. That's why I want to be in Indy, not Denver.
That's right.
Because who knows when they're going to come up from their tunnel worlds. John on Long Island.
Hey guys.
Hey man.
We keep talking about how the odds of this happening again are really slim. The odds of it happening with a helicopter hitting a plane are the same today that they were that day. It resets.
It does. It resets, stupid
report
Travis.
There's also the report that a helicopter almost hit a plane like 5 days before. We know that it takes a major accident for everybody to wake up, but how long is that going to be until everybody goes back to sleep?
Dude, I'm going to go back. Thank you. You're right, John. I'm going to go back to my original point. Like, enough with this, like, oh, odds are this. This could happen here. You're not going to tell me that there's something fucking weird and bizarre happening every single day. The odds of everything that's happened in the last 5 years, all happening in the last 5 years, is nonsense. It couldn't ever happen.
It's not a plane and helicopter crash.
It just happened, bro.
Okay, so
I don't know if you heard about it. I don't know if you heard about this, but there was a plane and helicopter crash that literally just happened. We've been talking about
Crazy shit happens every day.
That's my point. And what could be crazier than another plane crashing into some random shit? Am I right?
I'm with you, bro.
Of course.
I feel like we're kind of all in agreement now, all of a sudden.
No, there's a jerk off in the corner that thinks otherwise.
That's right. That's right. A contrarian a-hole.
That Mavericks-Lakers trade was way crazier.
Well, I was actually just about to say. I was literally. You are in my head. I said the city that's really suffering. Okay.
You're gonna trade Luka Doncic,
bro. I was in Indianapolis this weekend. Last weekend, I was in Dallas. Mm-hmm. I wish I could have flipped that because I want to go to Dallas to console the people. I want to start like a church or
You've
something.
Gone to the funeral?
Go to the funeral. These people need to know that we hear them. We feel their pain. They can't believe what's happening in front of them. And I will tell you this. Anthony Davis is not bringing them joy. Anthony Davis is coming into hostile territory, and it has very little to do with Anthony Davis.
Which is such a shame because he's a great player.
He's a great player, but he's not like... How old is Luka?
Luka's 25.
I was going to say he's a 25-year-old. Look at this. They're having a funeral for Luka Doncic.
You said that real good.
Thank you. Who is this like... He is the hope for the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks signed this kid. And in 2020, do you know what Mark Cuban said about Luka in 2020?
Tell me.
Mark Cuban said that if somebody asked me right now, will you get a divorce or will you let Luka off your team? Get the divorce lawyer because I am never letting that kid go.
I mean, he was untouchable.
That was 2020.
He's a top 3 to 5 player when healthy, and he's almost always healthy.
And he's 25.
He's 25.
All he's got is years in front of him.
Not
so people,
Dallas.
you know what people are saying?
What?
Kyrie went in there as a Trojan horse.
You think so?
Yes, I believe it. Kyrie went in there, upset the apple cart, and now, so, I mean, this trade comes out, and I'm no NBA expert, okay?
You're pretty good.
Thank you.
I go like Shams and then you.
I get my info from Shams. I like Shams. I like scoops guys, okay? I like when it's like, my whole thing is scoops. Because if somebody like was asking, if a scoops guy came to me and they're like, hey Sam, what's going on? I'd be like, I'm not telling you because you're going to fucking tell everybody, bro. I'm not telling you anything. You're a scoops guy. It's crazy to me that scoops guys continue to get scoops when they become known as scoops guys. I have reverence for it, as a matter of fact. Shams drops this, and I mean, Shams is working 24 hours a day.
I mean, this was like...
He dropped this at like midnight. Okay? He's like, this is my scoop. What was it, on like Thursday or Friday night at midnight?
It was, no, Saturday night into Sunday.
I mean, this guy, when most of us are laying beside somebody, Shams is like, no, I'm too busy working. Okay? His phone's going off. I'm hearing something. He's checking his sources. And the fact that Shams is right all the time, that's what makes this guy a legend, okay? Shams shows up And he says this deal materialized in the shadows. That's also what's so fascinating to me about it. That Anthony Davis being traded for, I mean, it's a little bit of a bigger trade, but really the headline is Anthony Davis being traded from the Lakers so that LA can get Luka Doncic.
You did that good.
Thank you. And I mean, everybody is going, what? Now, Los Angeles is perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, Los Angeles wakes up very happy.
Yeah, they're totally good with it. They got jerseys printing. They're going, LeBron, you must be excited. LeBron's going, I actually just found out about this just now.
But yes, I am excited.
But yes, I'm excited. I think it should be a good thing. I think we'll miss Anthony, but I think it'll be a good thing. Yet listen to Shams break this news. You can hear the urgency in his voice, the shock and surprise.
Well, something's playing.
That's okay.
What do we get?
That's okay. It was a lady.
Plane crash.
Oh, sorry. Just heard the female voice. I got excited.
Materialized in the shadows. This came out of nowhere. This is maybe the most stunning trade, definitely that I've been a part of in recent NBA history, as far as it was never clearly out there. And you saw two teams in Rob Pelinka with the Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Nico Harrison there, doing this deal. And I'm told Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, the players, coaches, a lot of people on both sides with the Mavericks and Lakers had no idea. I can assuredly tell you it's a fact. LeBron James had no idea this was coming. Anthony Davis had no idea this was coming. I'm told Luka Doncic is still stunned about this trade, but when you look at the totality of what just occurred, Luka Doncic is a 25-year-old, like you said, mega star, perennial all-NBA player. He's someone that you think of as untouchable, as a guy that's never going to be traded. I'm told that the Mavericks actually approached the Lakers and offered Luka Doncic a few days ago in a trade. Very recently, the Mavericks went out. Yeah. They knew exactly.
I mean, the fact that they didn't shop him around.
I mean, they were like, excuse me. Well, they didn't shop him around because they didn't want anybody to know. They didn't want it getting out, which you're right. Generally, when you've got something very valuable on sale, what you want to do is tell everybody, hey, this is available for purchase to the highest bidder.
I would like to get the best return possible, please.
We want to do this quick. We want to do this right now. We are not telling Jason Kidd.
Here's what we're doing. We're going to reach out to two teams.
I mean, did you see the press conference with Jason Kidd right there?
This poor guy.
His poor guy, head coach, legend himself, Jason Kidd, is sitting there. He had no idea that this was happening. That this incredible specimen that he had was going to be thrown away. Look, he's sitting there like, I have nothing to contribute to this conversation because I was not a part of the decision.
No, Nico Harrison's like, no, I didn't tell him. No, I didn't fill him in.
That guy didn't know. Address questions to me.
It was a need-to-know basis.
Yeah. Jason Kidd is here for a formality.
Yeah, he's just here to coach.
Right.
Let me make the deal.
Yeah, I'll tell him who he's coaching. Okay.
You want to finish with Shams?
What's Shams got to say?
Exactly who they wanted. They wanted Anthony Davis. That's the player that if they were ever going to trade Luka Doncic, if this was even a thought that was going to cross their mind, it was for AD. And so the Mavericks called the Lakers, offered Luka Doncic, and that's when the Lakers had to huddle internally. They've never offered Anthony Davis
I like that the clips have
ever
music.
in a trade.
So
but if you're going to get offered Luka Doncic, that's when Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, and that organization, they had to meet.
Shams.
And it's Luka Doncic at the end of the day. And they went out, and he's a 25-year-old player. For the next decade, you can look at him as the face of your franchise. And on the other side, with the Mavericks, you have someone who's 31. He's in the prime of his career. He wants to win a championship now, Anthony Davis does. And you pair him with Kyrie Irving, who he's friends with and close with. Jason Kidd coached him on the 2020 championship Lakers. Jared Dudley, there's other members of that coaching staff that he's very close with. And Nico Harrison, he has a relationship with through Nike. So you take the curtains back, and it makes a lot of sense in many ways.
Shams.
This coming right now, it's the most stunning trade that I've definitely been a part of.
I think he might be trying to justify some disease. He's like, how can this make sense? Like, I guess, sort of.
His Twitter revenue is going to be crazy this week.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. This is why you need a scoops guy out there. Yeah. And he was there to break the story right away.
Insane.
I mean, because it's an insane...
You know it's crazy when there's like everybody is saying, oh, Shams was hacked.
Yeah. Yes.
Players
when it's
are saying like, nope, that can't happen.
When it's on my radar to the point where I'm reading about it and fascinated by it, It's insane. So I there's like all kinds of theories about why this could have happened. Some people are saying that Luka was starting to. Now he could have been hard to deal with, right? He's 25.
I don't think he's hard to deal with. And even if he is,
he's worth it.
He's an untouchable player.
Yes. Ultimately, yeah.
They're worried that
Michael Jordan was a real jerk. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to deal with a jerk like Michael Jordan.
No, Luka gets chunky sometimes.
That's what they said. They said, and I said it couldn't just be that he got to 260. They said he was 260 pounds. They said, so we need to get Anthony Davis in here.
Yeah, let's get rid of him.
I don't think so. Like, it feels like the owner of that team, the general manager of that team, must have had some kind of grudge. Like, because it's not, they don't make a decision like this just like that, like today. You know what we could do? We could trade him. Like, this is something where it's like, you know, we can't talk about this, but there's a few high-profile people that are going, I fucking hate that kid. He keeps ballooning up to 260. He gets injured. He gets fat. Why does he keep getting so fat? Troy's probably in there with him. I know. I can't stand it, he says.
That's all we need, another fatso.
Another fatso on the team. He sits down on the bench. The whole thing moves like a seesaw. It's terrible.
I mean, he's not Zion eating the table.
I know. Nobody was even saying that about Luka. Nobody said Luka eats the table.
He took his team to the finals last year.
He's 25. He gained a little weight and by the way, it was while he was injured. He gained weight while he was injured.
All right, so you got some conditioning issues.
So condition. You know what I mean? He'll learn. He'll get there.
LeBron will get him in shape.
LeBron didn't even know this was happening, they said.
And I believe it.
Yeah, I don't think they would say that. I don't think they would just say that, but the idea that any decision is being made on that team and LeBron doesn't know about it is so insane.
No, this is nuts. This is crazier
I'm
than
sure
a plane crashing into a helicopter.
That's what I mean. That if this can happen in the same week as the plane, we're living in bizarre times.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they knew that this was ultimately good news for LeBron, so, you know, even though he'll be pissed that he didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, he and Anthony Davis are friends. Like, they play very well together.
Yes.
And under any other circumstances, Dallas is getting an incredible player. Like,
sure.
Anthony Davis is having a career year.
And the idea that they could get a championship with Anthony Davis is not...
You can win now, yeah.
It's completely not out of the realm of possibility. No. But this was their guy. Yeah. Also, and I don't know if this has to do with it.
Go ahead.
But it could. Isn't it next year that Luka's eligible for the Supermax contract?
Yeah, they would have had to do a deal with him, I think, this weekend. Dallas.
And that balloons up to like $300 million.
345, something like that.
Yeah. And so now, because he gets traded, he's no longer eligible for the Supermax deal.
Lakers will sign him to a long, long deal.
Oh, yeah, they will. Yeah, they will.
LeBron's going to pass the torch.
And maybe, too, they're like, hey, LeBron, do you want to win a championship now? Or do you want your kid to win a championship?
Bronny?
If Bronny's playing with Luka, it's good news for Bronny.
Bronny got in the game the other night. I forget where they were playing, but the crowd starts chanting MVP. He's just airballing threes. Not good.
I mean, I love it. I love when there are wrestlers that don't pan out well, and like all the memes online are like GOAT, like this is the greatest.
I mean,
of all
under
time.
any other circumstances, he probably wouldn't have even been drafted.
No, of course not. But if LeBron deserves the legacy,
of course,
you know what I mean. And if they can somehow swipe Luka from Dallas,
which they did,
but they didn't even swipe him.
No, they were just like, hey, can we have him? And they're like,
they didn't even say that. Dallas was like, do you want him? And they were like,
yeah, of course we want him.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were like, can we have your guy? They were like, yes.
Yeah, sure. What else do you want?
Yeah.
No, that's it. We're good.
Right. Maybe like...
I mean, there were other players involved in the deal.
There were other players. And I think they get a draft pick in like 2029, right?
The Lakers get to keep a pick. They didn't even have to give up a pick.
No.
It's insane.
Can we have a draft pick in 4 years? Yeah.
It's wild. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. Except that's because we're in New York, not in Dallas.
Yeah, this doesn't affect me.
Dallas. All I could think about was when I was there a week and a half ago, and I drove by where the Mavericks train, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking if I could be there this weekend, I could at least put some flowers in front of it. You know what I mean? I could at least pay my respects.
Yeah.
a little bit because, man, Dallas is feeling. So they held a funeral outside of the Mavericks arena and brought a coffin and cried in front of the coffin for Luka. Yeah, 3 dudes brought a coffin to the American Airlines Center. Oh my God, were they playing? Can you hit the?
Yeah, hang on. Sorry. Let's go back to the start. I mean, they're going through it, and they should
are going through it. And they have every right to. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I think I want See You Again played at my funeral just to see who thinks it's a serious thing and cries and who laughs because they know I'm doing a bit. Whoa! Oh, Dallas. We here at Sam Roberts Show are with you today. Okay, if anybody in Dallas needs to call up and just needs a sounding board,
you just need a good cry.
Please do. If you just need a cry, it's 866-969-1969. If you just need a cry, because this is what happened for whatever reason, and there was a reason that this happened. Whether it was because Luka keeps ballooning up to 260,
so he has a few snacks.
He's entitled to some Uncrustables. Okay, look at what he's done for you. But if it's because he's ballooned up in weight a little bit, maybe his weight fluctuates.
I'll tell you that video last year. Right. I don't know if you remember. After they won the conference championship to advance to the finals.
Right.
There was a video of Luka backstage, and he was drinking backstage in the arena, drinking a beer.
Backstage, you mean away from the audience?
Yeah, away from the audience. And he was drinking a beer, and somebody, I forget who it was, on the Mavericks took the beer out of his hand.
Oh, come on. Listen, guys, he's 25 years old. Do you know what happens when you're 25? Metabolism starts to creep up on you, and you're not ready for it. He's doing things that he always did. He's not ready to gain this kind of weight. He used to just eat fruit snacks till the cows came home, okay? And it was all good. Okay, they took it right from him. He's like, no, I don't think so. And you could say it was, well, we don't want the media to see you with it. But in reality, it ain't light beer.
Yeah.
That's
Those
a
are
lager.
empty calories,
That's
my
a
friend.
lager. And he does, okay? He has soft 25-year-old face. Big deal. He's still, he's
sweet boy.
He's a sweet boy.
He's from Slovenia.
And he's nothing but net. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's so good.
He's nothing but net. You could put this guy in a McDonald's commercial. Okay? It's got to be the shoes, okay? And now he's gone from Dallas. And Dallas is suffering. Andy in South Carolina. What's up, Andy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Yeah, I think you kind of got to a bit of my point while Troy was screening my call. But yeah, the two big parts of this are that Luka gained up some weight. Also, the guy who took the beer from him was the VP of basketball operations. But yeah, the bigger part of it was that they didn't want to commit to giving him a supermax. So the way that works in basketball is if you stay with one team for, I think it's 7 or 8 years, they can dedicate a larger part of the salary cap to giving you a contract. So it would have been $345 million that they gave him next year because he's never left Dallas.
But he's so good.
I mean,
he is, and he going to LA. There was a guy tweeting all about it last night. It's expected that he's going to sign a 4-year deal worth like $229 million, and then in 2027, 2028, I think he'll be eligible to make $72 million a year. So he'll make the money if he can stay healthy and stay in the league, but he's not going to get it right away.
He's got to stop drinking all that regular beer.
Yeah, no more beer.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. I mean, listen, he's figuring out things. He's 25.
Let us figure out. He gets to play with his idol,
LeBron.
Yeah, he's so happy.
That is, for a 25-year-old to get to play with LeBron, it would be like any of us growing up and playing with Jordan. It's Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
I forget who it was. Somebody,
but he's got to be a little insulted.
Luka? Yeah, I guess.
Like just all of a sudden they're like,
yeah, you're blindsided.
Yeah, I mean, he had no idea. That's the point too. He and Anthony Davis had no idea that this was coming. So now all of a sudden, and by the way, God bless Dallas, Texas, but I think I would rather
they fuck up a lot.
Well, I'd rather be a basketball star in Los Angeles than I would be a basketball star in Dallas.
Yeah, but it's easier to be a basketball star in smaller markets.
Because you're the star.
Yeah. But I mean, he never went to bed, ever, wondering, oh, wow, I wonder if I'm going to be traded.
No, he's like, I'm the king.
Yeah, I'm spending my whole career here.
Right.
Can't
Settle
wait to sign
in.
that Supermax deal.
Put them roots down because a Supermax is on the way. They're like, enjoy Los Angeles. Yeah, he's looking at his house. This is my forever house.
Yeah.
And now he's got to go figure. I mean, bro, if this guy couldn't keep the pounds off in Dallas, L.A. is going to warp him.
There's a lot of healthy food out there.
There's a lot of temptations.
LeBron's going to take care of him.
Yeah, he will.
He won't want to let down his idol. Like, imagine if like Stone Cold was like, hey, you want to wrestle with me?
I go, yes, of course I do, Mr. Austin.
Yeah, you wouldn't be worried about ballooning your weight up. You'd be doing...
Well, my weight would balloon up because Steve likes to kick back a couple Steve Weisers after a match.
That's a good point.
I don't think he's the best robot. But no, I mean...
But you're going to be on your best behavior.
I would be. I would just I'd be there to follow the lead.
Show me how to do the stunner.
Right. And there's a secret. There's a secret to pulling off a good stunner.
That's why Kevin Owens can't do it. Right?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, but now it'll take a couple years before I tell you. I go, okay, Steve.
Okay.
Whatever you need.
Let's have some healthy food. Where's the cats?
That's right. We're going to hunt our own food. I'm like, good idea, Steve.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to do that. You like steak, right? Yes. Yes, I do. I love red meat.
It's my favorite.
I love that stuff. It's so good. What kind of cut? Any kind.
Yeah, all the cuts.
Yeah. I guess T-bone? Is that? Yeah.
It's like Trump in the Testaments.
Yeah. I'd say
all the cuts.
All the cuts equally.
I don't really want to give a favor.
I prefer not to get. It's a little personal. I prefer not to get into my favorite cut personally, but I would say all equally. Man. Yeah. It is crazy. But, I mean, I guess we'll see how it pans out. It could work out okay. I would love to hear from Mark Cuban on this. Has he said anything?
Yeah, he just
publicly?
said that he had nothing to do with it.
I'm sure he did, because does he even still own the team?
He's a minority owner.
Right.
But he's not involved in the day-to-day anymore.
But but did he have an opinion about it?
I don't know if he has a public opinion about it.
I'm sure his opinion about it is, hello, I said I would divorce my wife is pissed right now. I said I would divorce my wife before I let this kid go.
He told WFAA
that
he was not involved with the deal. Although he remains a minority owner, he stepped back from day-to-day operations.
Right, no, I knew that. He's too busy.
Cuban, who once declared, if I had to choose between my wife and keeping Luka on the Mavs, catch me at my lawyer's office prepping for a divorce.
Oh my God. What a G, by the way, that he says that in the public. His wife is going to read it. She's like, what the fuck, honey? And he's like, well, it is what it is.
Honey, I'm sorry, you're not Luka.
You're not Luka.
Generational talent, honey.
That's my team.
Yeah.
I sold pickle.com and it let me buy the Mavericks. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I mean, yeah, this is it. You just got to get used to Anthony Davis in Dallas.
Yep.
What a wild, wild thing. I mean, I guess it's good for any team to get, but I got to know what the thing was, because clearly this is something that for a while is built with a very inner circle. And it's kind of nice to know that weird bullshit decisions that make no sense happen in everybody's work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, weird decisions happen around here all the time that we're like, oh, so the cameras are just going to be set ornaments, huh? Oh, so, and then
all
whatever
that money, huh?
Right. I'm sure whatever job you work in, if you're listening, like, weird shit happens there and it makes no sense. Imagine being in Dallas right now and you're just watching this happen. You're like, okay. I mean, you're a Cowboys fan, Mike. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have to ponder the misery of the people of Dallas on a pretty regular basis.
I mean, I didn't even think about that. They already got to deal with the Cowboys. And
They've
now
suffered
this?
so much.
Well, to do this to the Dallas people, of all people. There are so many people. I didn't even think about that because I was so focused on basketball. There are so many people that like, these are my two teams. I like the Mavs and I like the Cowboys. And this is what they would say. At least we still got the Mavs.
Interestingly, there were probably a lot of Cowboys fans who root for the Lakers, too.
That's true. That's true. They like their dynasties.
They got their hockey.
What even is hockey?
Hockey?
Yeah.
You play that on the ice.
What is it, Russian?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Their
For
hockey
whatever
team's
reason,
good.
the team from Minnesota moved to Dallas.
That's like a Utah celebrating their jazz culture. So they got good hockey in Dallas.
Yeah, Stars are very good.
Yeah.
And maybe they have like a UFL team. I don't know.
I mean,
that season starts pretty soon, I think.
Hockey?
No, what, UFL?
Spring football.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought that was XFL.
No, they merged.
Oh. And they kept the UFL name?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like XFL was a little more valuable, but okay.
I don't think they saw the value. Oh, yeah, there's a Houston team.
That's not Dallas.
Arlington.
Arlington is Dallas.
All right, so they got the Renegades to look forward to.
They still got the Hitmen?
No, man.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think New York has a team.
Oh, man. The Washington J-Brones? Too bad. Oh, that's cool. They got the San Antonio Brahmas, like the Brahma Bull. I think that's probably an XFL name.
Yeah, they probably got to keep that one.
Yeah. Somebody put that in the deal for themselves. Well, good luck, Dallas. Good luck. I'm sorry. You have our hearts here in New York, but it is what it is. You know, you got a good player, just maybe not a lifetime good player like you had. Godspeed, though. Godspeed. We're going to take a break. I mean, it's bad for people all over right now. It's bad for people in Dallas. I don't know where Drake is, but it's bad for people there because it's bad for him right now. We'll talk about it all. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We are back with Sam Roberts Show.
Bitches is what they say. Celebration.
That's what Trevor Noah said.
For all the fine shits. Trevor Noah was hosting a telethon last night.
Yeah, he was.
Every time he grabbed that microphone, he was like,
hey,
be dialing.
Money, please.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, Trevor, we see the QR code. He was like, you know who just gave? You gotta give.
That's what
you gotta give.
It's not free.
See him go up to Ty Dolla $ign, and he was like, if your name's Ty Dolla $ign, give me $1. He did. He went right up to him. He said, you better donate. He was checking all the receipts on everybody.
Yeah, he kept talking about how like the tables up front were doing really good.
Yeah, I love to. I think my favorite part of him trying to get everybody to donate, and God bless, they're donating for a good cause.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite part was Chapel Roan gets up there, and she does this speech that like brings the house down, right? All the artists are teary-eyed watching her because she got her little, she got... The stylish notebook was a little bit much. The fact that she had a notebook that matched the outfit, that matched the makeup with the wizard hat and everything. It was like very, very, I remember Lady Gaga too.
Wow.
See, like she's got the notebook.
No, I'm saying wow to you.
The Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the costume thing, you know? Like we move in waves. Madonna did it. It's the same.
She's not walking around in like a meat costume.
I mean, it basically is.
Not far from it.
She's got a wizard hat on.
Wizard hats are cool.
Look, just because you stand Chapel, I like Chapel Roan. It's not an insult.
I put on my robe and wizard hat. I remember. Come on.
I'm just saying, it's enjoyable for me to see the cycle play out again and again and again and again. That's all. It's not a criticism.
Sounds like a criticism.
Well, I'm not criticizing old Trevor Noah for, trying to get everybody to donate.
So what did he do right after this heartfelt moment?
Oh, God, it was great. It was great. So Chapel Roan goes up, and she's got her stylish notebook that matches her outfit, and it's a beautiful speech. She's reading it, and she's saying, I swore if I ever won a Grammy, I would come up here and I would say that that the industry, the record industry, needs to take care of artists that are developing. She said, when she was dropped from her label during the pandemic, that she had no money and she had spent all her time with the label, so she had no job skills. right? There was no way she could just jump into a job, so she had no money, she had no health insurance, and that the record labels, when they sign artists, should be providing health insurance and providing these benefits so that artists can live in order to provide their art, for the labels, because that's ultimately who they're providing for.
Yeah, but it's not like the labels make millions of dollars off these artists.
And I looked that up because I said the same thing.
Go ahead.
They do.
Oh.
And as it turns out, Troy, I was wrong. Yeah. They took almost all your money from when you got that Spider-Man song. They took basically all of it.
I got taken to the cleaner.
Yeah. I found that out. Yeah. It's crazy the way that works. So, all the artists are like standing and applauding because finally somebody is saying what everybody who has worked in the music industry has ever thought. And, Chappell is in this really interesting spot because she kind of rose up independently. So she's not really afraid to tell paparazzi to go fuck themselves and tell the truth about record labels. I think it's a good thing. And as everybody, Taylor Swift is crying. You know what I mean? Everybody's got tears in their eyes. Somebody has said this. Somebody is sticking up for the little artists. And then poor Trevor's got to come out. And instead of, they didn't give him any material. They were just like, just go telethon instead of do jokes. Just telethon the whole time. And so he's got to go up there after Chappell is like, please, like, support your artists. And somehow weave his way into, that was amazing. I can't even.
How do I follow that?
What can you say? But speaking of support, if you could scan the QR code and donate to the thing, it's just like, come on, dude. I know you got to do it, but it was like, he was really in a spot. Old Chappell put him in a spot. So I found that very entertaining. I do like the costumes. I saw the artist of the millennium, Jaden Smith, on the red carpet. Danielle, did you watch the Grammys?
I did. I very much. I had a viewing party, actually.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. How many people did we have
night. Over? It was supposed to be like 30, but I got flakes for friends, so it was like 15-ish.
Okay, all right. All right, 50%.
It was a great turnout, though. It was great.
Did we enjoy it?
We did.
We loved it.
Yeah. Jaden's little house head.
That's right. Jaden, yes, he put a dollhouse on his head and wore it. You love him.
He's the man.
Yeah, he looks so cool.
That is so cool.
This really made me, when I'm sitting here, right? I think the scariest thing, and we'll tweet this photo out so everybody can enjoy it. I think the scariest thing, it might have been Blobmore Chairs, who photoshopped this and put a toy Castle Grayskull on his head, which I thought was really great. That's how I would rock it. But Jaden Smith showed up, and he's wearing, a nice formal black suit. I don't know if those sleeves fit properly. Oh, is that somebody getting blocked by his hat?
No, this is what it would look like.
Yeah. I like that Troy was like, that's legit.
I also like that Troy just assumed Jaden was sitting in the upper deck.
Yeah. He's sitting up in the bleachers. He's not nominated. So, so he shows up with a dollhouse on his head, and his face is through the door. And what's scary is that he's wearing this nice suit and everything. And I realized that at no point in the night is Jaden Smith thinking to himself, oh, what the fuck was I thinking? This is so fucking stupid. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. Like any normal human being who had this thought in the beginning of the evening, oh my God, he's still wearing it.
He wore it the whole night.
Why?
Do we know if it means anything to him?
Who cares?
Is it like, dolls being treated unfairly?
Yeah. No, I looked it up. It says Jaden wore a Bodhi's iconic vampire castle headpiece. I don't know who a Bodhi is.
It's a headpiece.
Yeah.
Oh,
it combines the mysterious elegance of Abode, Transylvania with a bold modern design inspired by Transylvanian history.
Sam, I know.
Oh, this is big Nosferatu.
He just saw
vampire
Nosferatu.
He just saw it.
Yeah. Okay.
He just said, I would like to win an award.
That's why he wore it. He's like, damn, that was a good movie.
But you have to, and this is maybe it's the way he was raised, I don't know. But as a developed human being, even if you have the thought to wear the house on your head at the Grammys, at some point you have to be sitting there looking around the room and feel like a fucking idiot. Like, I'm so stupid. Why did I do this? And if you never have that feeling, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. People think like like raising super confident kids is a smart thing to do. It's not a good thing to do. I'm not saying like you should have these kids be like chihuahuas, like shaking and in fear all the time and trying to impress. But the idea that your child is so... I'm blaming Will again. I'm blaming Will Smith again. The idea that your child is so confident that he's wearing a house on his head to the Grammys, you fucked up. You ruined it. Like, this is a terrible thing that he did.
I mean, no one's going to talk about him otherwise, so he has to do something stupid like this.
That's a good point.
And that's it is, because that's part of the disease. You need people talking about you so much that even if they're calling you a big idiot, it's better than not talking about me, which that's not true. I would much rather have people not talk about me at all than to have everybody being like, hey, you see how stupid Sam looked today? I would hate that.
But I guarantee all the celebrities that he was down by weren't being like, hey, you look fucking dumb.
Probably not.
They were thinking it.
And the minute he left, they were like, how stupid did Jaden look?
Well, what they say to his face, they're like, hey, what's up, man?
Oh, my
that's
God,
funny. That's so funny.
Great.
Interesting.
Transylvania, right? Yeah, I saw the movie too.
Yeah.
I saw Nosferatu.
Showed his wang.
He did. We saw Nosferatu's wang.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He had a piece too.
Was it?
Oh yeah. For a vampire? For the undead?
He sleeps in the nude, Troy.
Oh,
yeah.
Me too.
So when they awake him from his coffin, he said, me too. You and Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Hey.
Stars. They're just like us.
What was your favorite part of the award show, Danielle?
I mean, you're right. I feel like Trevor wasn't really as funny. So I wouldn't say the host. I feel like the performances probably.
Yeah.
I thought they were really good, actually.
Yeah, they did. They loaded up the performances. They did that one where like all the new artists
I like that.
perform back to back to back to back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, I did too.
Me too.
Yeah.
I thought Ray was great. Did you see that one? She like
I saw Ray.
brought the house. What?
I said I saw Ray.
Oh, I thought you said she was all right. I was like, no, she was better than all right. Yeah, that was great. Doechii was great.
Doechii was better than Ray.
Sabrina was great.
Sabrina was great.
Well,
Doechii was really good.
Doechii's great.
Yeah. She was in her underpants.
Yeah. She
was wearing clothes for a second and then changed to her underpants in the middle of the song.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was giving like VMAs last night.
It was giving VMAs.
Charlie XCX too.
Oh, yeah. Did you celebrate Brett Summer?
I did, yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick. I hadn't met anybody that had, so I'm glad.
Really?
Well, I don't hang out with young girls.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It would be inappropriate. If I was like, yeah, all my friends celebrated Brett Summer, they'd be like,
me too.
Let's call somebody, you know?
True.
I got a family. The
Sure.
family's not celebrating Brad Summer. My daughter's, she's 5 years old. She's not ready for
Right.
Brad Summer.
Right.
Thank
She's not
God,
Brad
too.
yet, no.
Thank God. She'll be there. She'll get there. I saw Kanye West's wife's vagina on the red carpet. I saw that. Did you see that?
Of course.
Yeah. It really,
He wasn't invited, I don't believe, and they kicked him out, didn't they?
because his wife was naked.
They're like, you can't do that here.
He's like, it's a dress.
I saw it somewhere. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think he just showed up.
There's conflicting reports.
Okay.
That he may have just showed up, or maybe. Well, he wasn't like. It's not
I've
like,
seen that he was escorted out by cops, and then I've also seen that he just left.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was escorted out by cops. I think if he was escorted out by cops, we would all have seen it and have footage. Yeah. So his wife's naked. She's wearing a dress, but the dress is not, and it's not even Rose McGowan VMA see-through. It's like literally a plastic bag.
It's like a stocking.
Yeah, except a clear.
Yeah.
It's not even as like a stocking. You could rob a bank in, and nobody knows who you are.
Right.
Like I know what all her body parts look like.
You could pick her out of a lineup.
Absolutely, and I don't even need her head anymore.
This poor woman.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, what do you mean?
Huh?
She just dressed how she wants to dress.
No, she does not.
There's something.
She has no control over any part of her life.
I don't.
Yeah, no, people say that Kanye kind of like forces her to do this stuff.
Really?
Yeah, no, I saw something where it was like someone who can read lips and stuff was saying that he was like, yeah, no, like keep it up. Like I can't tell, but I saw it somewhere on Twitter.
He doesn't seem like the type.
He doesn't. He seems like a cool dude. I mean, at least he didn't find somebody that looks exactly like Kim Kardashian.
That's the positive.
That's the best
Is
part.
that you've clearly moved on.
So you mean to tell me that this lady that's his wife now didn't want to just show up on the red carpet, say nothing, and be completely naked for everybody?
This is going to take years of therapy.
This feels like something she would want to do.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I don't know women as well as you guys do.
Maybe she likes it. Who knows? I mean,
maybe. Yeah, who am I to say?
I mean, she doesn't... I didn't know of her before, so maybe this is like people are actually paying attention to her and she likes the attention.
I mean, this is your same as your Jaden Smith theory. You're like, everybody's doing all this weird shit just because they... And it's not 100% false.
People just want attention.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jaden's looking for attention.
He is. And who's forcing him to do that? He literally showed up alone.
Nobody.
No.
Yeah.
But this lady... I don't know what her name is.
Bianca.
Beyonce. This lady. Bianca. Okay, Bianca. Sorry. I don't know who they are. She showed up totally naked.
Yeah.
Well, she had a fur coat on.
Yeah. And then she took off the fur coat.
At Kanye's instruction.
Yeah.
That's what the lip reader said, that Kanye told her when to take
the
off
lip
the fur
reader,
coat?
apparently, he's like, make a scene. I'll say it'll make so much sense. Drop it behind you, then turn. Like, you know?
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know how they could tell that, but
He probably looks at this as like performance art.
yeah.
Oh, I read that he was trying to recreate the Vultures cover.
Oh. Is that on the Vultures cover?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, okay. There's a naked lady on that album?
Yeah, I show you. Hang on.
I could grab that album.
Here.
Yeah. Oh, but it's blacked out, and she's from behind. You can't see her vagina on it, though.
No. She wore significantly less clothing than the album.
Because she turned around on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he didn't wear the Jason mask.
Maybe he couldn't find it.
Maybe IP. Maybe somebody else owns the IP on
You
it.
think IP rules are part of the red carpet?
I think so.
Okay.
That's why she couldn't wear any clothes. She didn't own the rights on any of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was a scene, you know. I saw, oh, God. Now, you like Chappell Roan, Danielle? Oh, tell me.
All my friends do.
Right.
But, like, I don't know. I don't dislike her, but some of the things, like, in the press, I just feel like she doesn't have a lot of professionalism at times. And some say she's paving the way. But to me, I'm just like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Right. Like,
you know?
like if we're paving the way for a culture that is more rude.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Like, she was kind of, like, calling out fans. And I'm like, I don't like that, you know?
Right.
Like, these people love you, and that's why they want to get a picture with you. Like, there's better ways to address your safety than, like, passive-aggressive videos on your TikTok account. You know what I mean?
I do know. Good for
I don't
you.
know. Thank you.
Good for you. Way to take a stand.
Thank you.
So you're more of a Jaden Smith girl?
You like Jaden Smith?
Yeah, well, I like Willow. I like Willow.
Whip the hair back and forth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know any other Willow song.
I think that's the only one she ever did, right?
I remember when she whipped her hair back and forth.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Nene.
Great music video.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the Nene.
Oh.
That was a different thing.
Unrelated.
Sure? Not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a different thing. Now, I will say,
Jaden's crushing it.
Jaden's crushing it. He's right now, he's the shit for sure. Everybody knows that.
I feel like he's the best Smith.
Well, the competition
Karate
is...
Kid. Karate Kid.
Karate Kid was great.
Yes.
Karate Kid was really good. And he was that homeless kid in the Homeless movie with Will. Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
He was the little homeless kid.
Yep.
He was real good as that. And Sal from Impractical Jokers has a tattoo of him. His too.
Yeah.
No way.
It was a punishment. Yeah, so that's good too. I mean, I can't imagine growing up in the Smith household is the easy. There he is.
Oh,
that's one, and that's the other one. He has one on each leg.
The bleach blonde era too.
Yeah.
High top fade and bleach blonde. That's so fucking funny. And then it's not fake. He's showing up on talk shows and it's still
He's
there.
shown it to Jaden.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh, you can see the picture of him with Jaden. Yeah. There it is.
Oh my God.
He's got a shirt that says
Jaden's number one.
Jaden's number one fan. I do appreciate Jaden showing up for it because the whole joke is like, what could be a stupider thing to celebrate than Jaden Smith? Jaden's like, yeah, I'll celebrate that. But there he is. But I did find, like, I'm watching that thing, and they did the tribute to Quincy Jones, right? And they had Stevie Wonder, and Stevie Wonder saying "We Are the World." They had the lady from Wicked
Cynthia Erivo.
Cynthia Erivo.
So good.
Fly Me to the Moon. That was great, right?
So good.
That was great. And then Janelle Monáe doing a Michael Jackson tribute, which I kind of, as I was watching, I was like, I like that we've gotten past this whole Michael Jackson controversy. Like,
why are you putting air quotes in that?
Because it's not been proven. You know what I mean? It's not been proven. And I don't think it's true. I think, because I was watching Janelle Monáe, look at her. She clearly does not think it's true. Right? I mean, how could you there's no way she thinks it's true. And if Janelle Monáe doesn't think it's true, I don't think it's true. Sounds so good, doesn't it, Troy?
I thought she was going to say Michael Jackson.
She does. It's just don't stop. Beyonce's rocking out. Jay-Z's smiling. Taylor Swift is dancing.
She doesn't stop dancing.
Heidi Klum is dancing. Like, all these people, the upper echelon of celebrity, they can't be wrong, right?
No.
Absolutely.
If they're all saying it's fine, it's fine. Okay? And plus, don't forget, Corey Feldman said it didn't happen, and Macaulay Culkin said it didn't happen. So,
I believe them.
I believe him. Okay?
I believe Macaulay.
What I don't appreciate, and this is what I couldn't get past, is during that Quincy Jones segment, Will Smith was up there, and he was like telling these like great anecdotes, right? Little fun stories about Quincy Jones. And the whole time I'm watching him, I'm going, are we just pretending you didn't hit that guy?
Yep.
Are we just, right? You couldn't get past it, couldn't you?
Me and all my friends were like, keep my wife's, like, you can't look at him without thinking about that.
And I thought that was so funny. It's so great that I'm watching Janelle Monáe perform as Michael Jackson. And I go, this is awesome. Totally fine. I'm having the time of my life. And then Will Smith is like, I'd like to tell you about Quincy Jones. I'm like, no. You hit Chris Rock at that other award show. And I remember. You guys were all quoted, keep my wife's name.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the last time he's been like speaking at an award show. Like, I feel like no one's invited him back.
And they probably shouldn't, because he assaults the presenters.
He's known for punching.
Yeah, he will hit the presenters in the face, and not even the presenters of his awards.
What's the chance of him doing it again, though?
That's the airplane thing, right?
Oh, I see.
True.
Big deal, one time. And by the way, I still got Best Actor that night. Yeah, no, I would say no, you can't come, Will Smith. But Will Smith has been very smart about like doing all the stuff that he wouldn't have done before because he was too famous. And now all the stuff that he was too famous for, it's like 1 or 2 levels down. He's doing all that stuff. So they're like, well, we can't say no to Will Smith. He's famous, right? Yeah, but didn't he hit Chris Rock in the face when Chris Rock was trying to present Best Documentary? He did. But what are the odds that he would do it twice?
He's going to be on his best behavior.
That's the other thing, though. The same way Jaden Smith, I hope, has some awareness that everybody thinks he looks dumb. Will Smith, you can see in his eyes when he's talking, he knows everybody's saying that. Mm-hmm. He knows everybody is thinking about my wife's name out your mouth, and knows about this cuckoldry, and knows about the red table talks, and knows about everything. This guy blew it. He can't go anywhere without people going like forever. Think about it. For years, he's lived in this world where he knows no matter where he goes, everybody wants to hear about the Fresh Prince. Hey, I got a story about the Fresh Prince. Oh, that's awesome. Let's listen to it. Now, that's all changed. He's like, hey, can I tell you guys a story about the Fresh Prince? And all anybody wants to know, why did you hit Chris Rock? Like, that's it. That's the only thing. What was going through your head when that happened?
Unless he's so delusional. He could be delusional and think that he's moved past it and he's made up for it. And
I don't know.
Everybody knows that he's a better person now because of it. He could be in his own world.
I felt like, and maybe it was also because, you know, of everything that was going on between him and What's-Her-Face. But I felt like when I looked into his eyes, he was a broken man.
Quite possible.
I watched him.
Isn't he a Thetan?
I think he is a Thetan.
Yeah.
He's very high up there in Scientology.
So
Danielle, are you a Scientologist?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just wanted to make. I just wanted to make sure before I said anything.
Hey.
Whoa.
Yeah. What, you think being a Scientologist helps with that stuff?
No, I wasn't fully focusing. So when you said Scientologist, my brain was thinking you meant scientific person who's good at science.
So you're bad at
So
science.
I was like, oh no, because I'm not smart. But
no, I didn't mean to offend Scientologists. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, no,
I meant to
exactly.
offend the scientific
exactly.
community.
Now
Okay.
I'm like Googling factually Scientologist. Like,
Yeah. No. Scientology is a wild thing too.
Yeah, no, we were joking.
It's
That was-
okay
Yeah, I
to
got
be
that.
like, hell no, I'm not
yeah,
a
no, exactly.
Scientologist.
No, I got that.
I think being a
And so noted
Scientologist
that.
definitely helps him.
Yes.
To be delusional.
Like, no, I'm fine.
That's true because they do specialize in like just surrounding you with the yes people, and like that was their whole thing, was trying to silence all the negative people.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I mean, Tom Cruise doesn't look like he has a soul anymore.
No.
Yeah, but he can jump out of a plane.
That's cool.
Like
But
it's
he's also,
nobody's
like,
business.
Level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's
what's
the head.
Will Smith?
Will Smith, no, Tom Cruise like that. He's basically
It's him and David.
like in Christian, like he's like Tom Cruise, like the Jesus Christ of Scientology.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how high up he's gotten.
What about John Travolta? Where's
He's pretty
he at?
high up there.
He's high up, but he's not. There's one Jesus.
Yeah.
That's Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise Jesus.
Yeah.
Scientology Jesus. My understanding of it.
Don't ask where the wife is.
I'm not a theologian,
Right.
but my understanding of it is that Tom Cruise is the Jesus
You
Christ.
haven't been audited?
I haven't been audited yet. David Miscavige is God, and Tom Cruise is Jesus. That's my understanding.
Well, then who's L. Ron Hubbard?
Yeah, who's that?
He's just
Is that
they call him the goat.
They call him the GOAT.
The goat. Yeah.
Oh, he's the Godfather?
He's the Godfather.
Like Luke Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly like Luke Wilson.
I see. I'm understanding now.
Yes, he throws a mean house party. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, maybe. I mean, do you have any of the footage of Will Smith doing that? It's not that I care what he says so much. It's that I want to show you his eyes. And I know I just thought of it, but I just want to show you.
Yeah, I got this.
Yes, that's fine.
All right, hang on.
You can kind of see how, like, there's a tension in his face. That it's like he's just trying. And it,
Well, yeah, he knows what people are thinking.
yes, it makes me feel
I'm
like
back up on a stage.
I'm trying to push through. I promise I'm not going to punch the piano player in his shin. Like, I'm not going to hit this guy. I'm not going to hit this guy.
Piano player must be scared shitless too because he's got glasses.
He's scared shitless, and he's a legend.
The piano player?
Yes, I forget his name. He's a legend, though.
Do you think with Will Smith it's like a Tourette's thing where he's like, if he thinks it, he's like, hit him in the face. He's like, oh,
Yes.
don't do it.
All he's thinking about right now is somebody's making a G.I. Jane joke about my wife. And he's furious about it. Because he knows that, like, nobody's been offended about a G.I. Jane joke since 1997. So the fact that he's offended by them, it makes people want to do them more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's some real demons inside that guy.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I don't think Scientology has gotten all of them out yet.
I think Scientology's the tip of the iceberg with that guy.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's just a weird, broken guy.
Will Smith?
Yeah.
You find?
I'll tell you who's broken. These AP reporters on the red carpet. Fucking up legends, like left and right. Danielle, did you see this?
No.
Do you know, what do you think of? How old are you?
22.
22 years old. What do you think of when I say Kenneth Babyface Edmonds?
I can't think of the first thing. Really?
Good.
That's the correct answer.
That would be the correct answer.
However,
I feel like that would be the correct answer for somebody 10 years older than her.
I think at 32 you would have the same answer. However, I will say this.
Like if I asked Hot Dog, hey Hot Dog, you're 35.
I mean,
what do you think about Babyface?
He goes like, first of all, I'm 36.
I'd say I'm sorry about that.
Right. Second of all, there's a lot I don't know about.
He'd be like, oh, a good wrestler?
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I'm going to tell you right now. I have a connection. My second child was conceived to a Babyface song. So I have a connection with this artist, you know? Babyface, I'm not 100. Babyface was an R&B performer in his day. The 90s, he owned it. There was so much lovemaking that happened because of this Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. You can't even imagine the amount of lovemaking that he's responsible for. I would venture to guess that we would have population issues right now had it not been for Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. And I don't think that's a stretch. I mean, Troy, you almost got a couple of ladies pregnant because of Babyface. Yeah.
Babyface, R. Kelly, I mean, you name it.
Well, no, you don't name it. No, you don't name it. No, you don't. Okay? Babyface did not do R. Kelly stuff.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I hope not.
He's just a great R&B performer. You know, I know. Why did he bring up R. Kelly?
Well, I mean, it's, you know.
It's not the time for the Pied Piper of R&B.
You can separate the artist from the art.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
We just did with Michael.
Okay, but Michael's first of all
a legend.
First of all, Michael didn't do anything.
Allegedly.
I don't think he did. Second of all, he certainly didn't sing about it in a song called "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number."
That's a little damning. I will say that.
Separate the art from the artist, except the art is the artist singing about what he's doing.
What about PYT?
Oh,
no, that's not that young. He wasn't talking about that young.
He said young.
Yeah,
but
young's a bad word.
Not then.
He meant like 18?
He meant 18, 19. I mean, Danielle's young, you know, 22. That's what he was talking about. You know, that's all Michael was talking about.
Okay. Man in the mirror?
Yeah, that's just, it's got a mirror. That's him. That's him taking full responsibility for everything he's ever done.
Which is?
He's asking him to change his ways. I mean, stop looking at little boys' BHs and J-O-ing.
He didn't, pretty sure he didn't look at any BHs, and I'm positive he didn't J-O.
Well, I mean, people say otherwise.
Yeah, but other people say otherwise.
Yeah, those are just some unappreciative kids.
No, you're getting it all wrong, Mike. That's still...
Let them stay in the mansion, watch all those movies.
No, that still means that he did. No, Mike, you got it wrong.
Play with the monkey.
They said those guys...
appreciation.
No, that's not it. They said those guys on that doc were lying.
They didn't look like they were lying to me, but what do I know?
Yeah, but then Oprah disowned doing the post show because she didn't realize.
I'm so sorry.
She's like, "Fuck! I didn't realize we were going to still be pro Michael."
I miscalculated.
That's fucking crazy.
I thought we were going after Michael.
We're still pro Michael? Fuck! I read that wrong.
That's how powerful and untouchable he is.
Yeah,
that you could get just people to turn against Oprah.
Yeah, Oprah. What are you doing? Oh shit! Nothing.
Sorry.
Nothing.
Fuck.
So Babyface is on the red carpet because for some reason he was at the Grammys last night. And he's doing interviews. I guess they want to talk about When Can I See You Again. Remember he was snapping in it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
31-year-old song.
And, wow, it was a good one, though.
Classic's a classic.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. 94 was a great year.
Great year. You should have been there, Danielle. It was awesome.
Maybe the best.
Yeah. But then, watch what happens as they're... I mean, this might be... the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen on a red carpet, including red carpet pranksters. This is worse.
Talk to you about just the rise of women in R&B and the way they were really at the forefront. Can you talk about just this new trend that we're seeing in R&B where we're seeing more of a fusion? We're seeing people blend the genre with pop, blend the genre with hip-hop and rock as well.
Yes, I think it's interesting.
Chapel.
You guys want to do that? Go do that.
So sorry, baby. I'm so sorry.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wow.
Now listen, Chapel doesn't get the heat on this because she didn't know what was going on. But these pieces of shit,
Chapel.
just they just went, fuck it. We want this Chapel Roan interview too bad. We're going to disrespect this legend to his face.
And then when he goes to give the microphone, you're supposed to be like, no, we'll finish up with you.
He goes, do you want to do that? They go, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
We do. Give me that microphone,
They needed
please.
that real. Yeah.
They wanted...
Chapel.
You guys want to do that? Go do.
She goes, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I want to talk to
actually.
Chapel.
Yeah.
We like her.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Do that.
So sorry, baby.
I'm so sorry, babyface. Like,
yeah.
I want to tell you right now, this is happening. We're doing this right now. I'm sorry, but I've made the split-second decision. We're doing this.
I mean, I kind of get it.
No, not
That's
to
what I said.
Not to Babyface.
I mean,
not to Babyface.
Nobody cares about Babyface.
Babyface should be happy anybody's talking about.
I mean, he should be happy he got the invite. I mean, no offense to Babyface.
Yeah, that's offensive.
No
the
disrespect.
fuck off.
No.
Yes, that is disrespectful to Babyface.
It's not disrespectful.
Yes, it is.
Nobody gives a shit about Babyface.
He's a human being.
I understand.
And he did When Can I See You Again?
Okay.
And they're just gonna go like this is. I mean, of all the let's treat celebrities like pieces of meat that are just here for our own enjoyment.
I mean, that's why they're on that red carpet.
I'm just trying to suck this teat until it's dry. Hey, babyface, bad news. It's dry. Get out of here.
Look at these girls. They've got to be mid-20s, maybe late 20s.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a shit. Babyface was just filling time till somebody came along. I don't know why you're such a babyface defensive.
Babyface rules.
I mean, he's okay.
No, he rules.
Name 2 Babyface songs.
Yep. And you can't use the one that you've already named.
That's not fair. That's totally unfair.
Exactly.
Name 2 that he wrote or produced.
There you go.
I know he did a lot. So...
Yeah, see, you don't give a shit.
This is the apology from the reporter.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that I'm really sorry about interrupting Babyface earlier. What are you talking about? Chapel Roan had come up, and there was a lot of commotion, as there is on these carpets. But I'm a big Babyface fan, as are we all. And so I just want to say that I really apologize.
Sounds sincere.
Okay. All right. Well, that's covered. There's just a lot of commotion, meaning I saw Chapel Roan and told Babyface, Amscray.
Hit the road.
Hit the road, Jack.
I really want to do this one with Chapel.
Here's how you know this was only going to go one way. When you listen to that first question that she asks Babyface, she can't formulate a sentence because she's too busy looking over Babyface's shoulder.
Oh my God, she's coming.
To see who else is there. Because you're right. It's like, Babyface is that artist. It's like, yeah, we should interview him because he's an artist. But, like, this can't last long because there's nobody that I'm willing to miss for Babyface.
And let's be honest. If this didn't happen to him, nobody'd be talking about Babyface today.
No, this is good.
I was going to do it. I was going to do a Babyface break anyway.
You had that on the schedule?
I had it in my book. I was like, no. I was like, it's private. I was like, no, I got to talk about Babyface because he's having a real moment right now. Is what I was thinking.
Yeah, a bad moment.
Well, no, before this happened.
Oh.
I just think,
yeah,
there's a Babyface resurgence happening. Honestly, this may lead to a Babyface resurgence.
I don't think it will.
Why?
Because he's 64.
Will you still need me when I'm 64? Apparently not, because Chapel Roan's around. That's a real fucking shame.
Yeah. Oh well. He'll live. He's a legend. Even though you can't name 2 of his songs.
Yes, I can. Yeah, I'm not going to do it because I'm.
When can I see you?
What else?
Listen.
Give me one.
Whose name's on the marquee? Okay, you guys don't tell me what to do. I'm not doing it.
You're right. Okay.
And the reason I'm not doing it is not because I can't name another song. It's because I need to not lose my.
He's had platinum singles.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Name one.
I'm not losing my place of superiority here to your games. And that's important.
I understand that.
There's a new jurisdiction here, and you guys have to know who's in control and who's in charge.
But you kind of seem like a little bit of a babyface cuck.
Yeah.
So it's like I just
a fan and a cuck are 2 different things.
Yeah,
I would never.
no.
I'm not letting Babyface have sex with my wife. If that's what you're implying.
Really?
I mean,
can you look Troy in the eye and say that?
No.
If Babyface came over already playing "When Can I See You"?
Oh, and he had his guitar, and he went like this. He was again. Put on some "When Can I See You." Danielle needs to develop an appreciation. You don't know any of these Babyface songs.
No.
Remember when Mariah Carey sang "When You Left, You Lost a Part of Me" or whatever that song was? When I left,
I know that one.
Okay,
Part of me,
right. But
take the part of me with you.
No. What? No, that's not Mariah Carey. But in that song, she said, "And then I hear Babyface." That's Babyface.
A little bit.
Right.
They had a song on Justin Bieber's Christmas album.
Boom. There it is.
Great harmonies, riffs. I know them.
There it is. That's all we need.
Yep.
You know who I think... look at this. Oh, going back to my... This is why. Going back to my city, baby. Scott in Indiana.
Hey, bud.
What's up, dude?
Love the show.
Thank you.
Babyface was born in Indianapolis.
On.
And they have a road dedicated to him, so you need to go back and drive down that road.
Yeah, they probably gave him his choice.
I'm going back. No, they didn't give him his choice. By the way, you know what they did do? They renamed every street for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, of
all
course.
the
They got
streets,
nothing else going on.
there was literally like Yeat Street, Ring General Road, all of it. It was awesome. But there is a real Babyface street?
Yes, there is. Yep, I don't know where it is exactly, but yeah, I've seen it many a time.
See, these guys don't know, Scott, these guys don't know about Indianapolis. These guys don't know.
I know.
It's a
right?
great city.
I just live right down the road on it. So, yeah.
That's sick. Thank you, Scott.
Street.
No.
Indianapolis.
Yeah. I'll move there.
You'll move.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
He has a highway named after him.
Is a highway named after him, or is it like you could donate and get this acre of highway? Or
It's
whatever?
a 25-mile stretch of Interstate 65.
Oh God.
What do you mean? Oh God, I-65 is huge.
Yeah, but you just see the sign on the side of the road, like so and so has sponsored this.
Yeah.
It's not sponsored if it's named after him.
He's
That's
probably got to
different.
clean up the trash on all 25 of those miles.
Ann Hutchinson is very honored about the Hutchinson River Parkway.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it's called like the Babyface Expressway.
It is. It is Edmonds Way. I think it is. Look at that.
It was named after him in 1999. They should
update that.
Rescind.
Yeah, they should update it, meaning like paint it fresh.
Take it back.
And remind everybody.
I think they should take it back.
Who would get it then? Chapel Roan?
Too soon.
Too soon. No, you guys I didn't think I was going to come in here and hear Kenneth Babyface Edmonds get such disrespect. This is horrible.
I don't think it's disrespect as much.
You're
as
disrespecting him.
As like who gives a shit.
Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
No, it's not.
If I said this, here's the thing about Troy Kwan. Who gives a fuck whether he lives or dies?
Fair.
Would you be like, that's really disrespectful that you said that?
Well, I mean, you're my friend. I work with you,
Right.
but I would appreciate if you wouldn't say that.
Okay, all right. I understand that.
He won 12 Grammys.
12 Grammys, and now look, he goes to the Grammys and he gets thrown off the red carpet. We don't have time for you, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. We want to talk to Kanye West's naked wife and Jaden Smith's househead. You know who doesn't, I think, might have made a deal with Satan?
Who's that?
I think Shakira.
Yeah?
She performed.
I mean, I love Shakira.
Me too.
Like, I hold a special place in my heart for Shakira.
I've been in love with Shakira since I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. Like, she hasn't aged one day. It's crazy. And she's had 2 kids, been around forever, making hits, pumping out kids and hits.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
I didn't see this.
I mean,
Troy should.
You know what, Troy? You can't. Don't look at this,
I told
Troy.
you guys, I'm trying to avoid boners.
Don't look at this, Troy. This is exactly what you don't need. She's doing genie belly dancing still.
And I literally saw it. I just started feeling funny.
You did, right? You did. Did you get the butterflies like in the pelvis?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what happens, Danielle. You get butterflies in the pelvis.
I see. You're turning red.
You guys aren't helping me.
Oh, listen to her. Oh. Does she look like she's aged one day?
She is so fucking beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Not sure she should be appropriating Middle Eastern culture like this.
She can do whatever she wants, Mike.
She doesn't pay her taxes.
No?
I don't give a shit.
She shouldn't have to. She's given enough.
Because she's Shakira?
Because she's Shakira.
She's given enough.
She has given enough.
Troy, don't watch this.
Oh, my God.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my. The IRS should be sent this performance and gone like, you know what? Go elsewhere.
Case closed.
Yeah, there's no reason for her to pay anything. Her kids are there with her. They're like little kids. Can you imagine watching? I mean, it would fuck me up.
Yeah, like
if my mom was doing this.
Yeah, like mommy sends men into a tailspin.
Right. And then I wouldn't know how to feel either. Right? Because you're like,
this is weird. Why do I feel weird?
Yeah. You think the kids feel like that?
How could you not?
How could you not? They're male.
Are they male kids?
Yeah, they have blood in their veins.
Yeah, they do have blood in their veins. I mean, yeah, they're right. Mommy sends men into a complete tailspin.
Like men can't control themselves.
All these men here had to excuse themselves
for decades.
Decades. And it won't stop. It won't stop. Because I'm the same way. I get sent into a tailspin with the Shakira. I can't handle it. I changed the channel. Because you know why? Because I'm watching with my wife, and I'll look at the TV like she's never seen me look at anyone. And I go, I can't have that. It will disrupt the relationship.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, the sons are 12 and 10.
See what I mean? It's the worst age for this to be happening.
Troy wasn't like that when he was 12, though.
Sexualized?
Yeah.
Oh, Troy was out of control when he was 12. Yeah, you were, right?
confused watching the grind.
Eric
Nies kind of made things a little weird for me.
Good looking man.
He's a handsome guy. She's speaking Spanish too. Yeah, me too. Me too.
It's a good thing you didn't watch the Grammys last night.
I did. I watched till Beyonce won Country Award.
Yeah,
I turned it off. I fell asleep, and I'm glad because this would have just
you wouldn't have slept.
This would have been bad.
Oh, plus you were at home, so your fiance wasn't there.
She is.
Oh, she would have had a busy night too. We got to take care of another one.
Yeah. Honey, I have a problem.
And another one.
And another one.
But you know, she would get it.
She would understand.
She would. I'd be like, look at Shakira. She'd be like, I know.
She probably wouldn't appreciate that.
She
look at her. What do you want from me?
Like, what do you want from me? You said you like that I'm a man.
Well, guess what? Here's the proof. I think though
I'm going to take this off.
Yeah, take it off. Take it off. We're never going to get anything done. We're never going to get it. And Danielle, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
You get
undeniable.
It's undeniable. I mean, what are you supposed to feel?
Danielle, we've been dealing with this for 3 decades. Like, this isn't something new.
Wow.
It'll probably end soon.
It's right. No, it won't. There's no signs of slowing.
She's 48.
Do you see how she was moving her hips?
No, the hips don't lie.
I don't even understand how it's physically possible. Do your hips move the same way they did 25 years ago?
No. Everything hurts.
Everything hurts. Man.
If I move my hips like that, I throw out my back.
Yeah. Wake up in the morning, you're paralyzed. Can't move. What happened? I was just watching Shakira. I wasn't even moving like her. But I do think that the takeaway was a huge night for a certain musical artist. I guess they wanted to make it seem like Beyonce had a bad... Whatever.
Babyface?
Kendrick Lamar. Congratulations to Kendrick Lamar.
Clean sweep.
A clean sweep. Nominated for 5 Grammys. Winner of 5 Grammys. And every single one of those nominations and wins was for the song Not Like Us.
Oh.
Known colloquially as the Drake
murder weapon?
Yes. Yes. Not Like Us. With the certified lover boy, certified pedophile blaring through that arena. Not only won Best Rap Song, not only won Best Rap Performance, not only won Best Video, which I did double check. It was the music video, not the lyrics video. That's just a picture of Drake's house with the red dots all over it.
That probably would have won too.
That could have won too. Also won, and this was I figured. Okay, those 3 awards were given before the show went on the air.
Right.
So I go, okay, those are the awards. Like, we get it out of the way. Perfect. At the end of the night, Record of the Year and Song of the Year. Of all the songs in all of the last 365 days, the best one was A minor. I mean, if you're Drake, how are you not murderous right now? This is the worst news.
He's having a bad time.
Drake?
It's going to be a bad week for him. He needs to keep a real low.
Why? What else is going on?
He's performing this at the Super Bowl in a week.
He's performing this song at the Super Bowl?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed, but what else he's going to perform? I mean, I'm sure we'll get a little DNA, you know?
Yeah. SZA's going to be there?
I'm sure we'll get some
plenty
SZA.
of songs together?
Yeah. Maybe we'll even get a little Kill Bill from SZA, a little, something where she can shine. Maybe. Who's to say?
While he's getting back into his Canadian tuxedo?
That's right.
Probably hear Humble.
Humble,
I bet we'll hear Humble. You only get one opportunity to do a Super Bowl like this, but what the safe money is on is not if, but how many times will we hear Not Like Us at the Super Bowl?
You think he'll do it more than once?
I mean, bro, I watched that.
He's only got like 15 minutes.
I watched the Amazon concert.
Yeah. That was different. That was a celebration of that song. That was a victory lap.
You mean the song that was able to bring all of Los Angeles together?
The Crips and the Bloods?
Crips, LeBron
Dancing
James,
together?
Dr. Dre, everybody, all of LA's finest going, if there's one song to celebrate us, it's this one.
It's this.
And not just the second verse, but the first verse.
If they skipped the first verse, you'd be like, what are you doing?
I don't even know what this song is.
You think they might try to do that?
No.
No. I mean, like the NFL.
No. I think, especially after this dude, he walked up there to accept his award for Song of the Year through all the Recording Artists Association of America.
Better than any other song.
The best song. And
I heard some good songs this year.
The best song to listen to and the best written song, because that's Record of the Year is for the writing.
Yeah.
Both. No matter how you cut it, this one was the best. Not only are they playing his song as he comes up to accept the award for it, but everybody is singing along. I mean the president of the association. I mean Beyonce. I mean Billie Eilish. I mean everybody is singing along. And I listened very closely, and they 100% played the pedophile word as he was walking up on stage.
Well, yeah, it's not a curse word.
It's in the clean version.
Yeah.
It's getting played at the Super Bowl.
I agree with you.
I agree. Does he run it back?
Yes.
You think he runs it back?
Bro, if he does that, everybody would be like, you are the fucking man.
He's got too many songs.
Well, that's why it's funny.
I think
I didn't know we were doing funny.
We're always doing funny.
Funny always wins.
I think he runs it back.
I mean, he's got to play Squabble Up.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, yes, he does.
He could. There's one song he's got to play.
Do you think he opens with it?
No.
Closes?
Yeah.
You do think he closes with it?
Yeah. I think he closes with... I mean, I think he closes with it for the second or third time.
Okay.
Right?
I think he opens with it,
I don't think
runs it back,
okay,
and then closes with it.
I don't think he... Because I think he's going to make us wait for it.
Yeah, I think it'll be somewhere in the middle.
That's a good call.
And then...
What's he going to close with? Squabble Up?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if I had to pick a closer, it would be Squabble Up.
I think he's going to close with it, too.
Okay. People want it. People are waiting. They're waiting and they're waiting, and then he's like, here it is. I'm going to give it to you.
Bro, everybody who watches the Super Bowl goes, oh, the football fans. Halftime show sucks. Hate the halftime show. This year...
I liked it when Disney used to do it.
No, it's terrible. It was the worst.
Small World.
Horrible.
Indiana Jones.
Stunt Spectacular? Yeah. The worst thing I've ever seen. I remember it. I was sitting there, I was like in third grade. I was like, the fuck is this?
I was like, oh, this is cool.
Aren't they paying tons of money for like commercials? This is the halftime show? That stadium is going to go crazy for this song.
Yeah.
I mean...
You want to see him accept it, Craig?
Yeah. He said it, you heard him?
He's smiling, too.
He's happy about it. Listen. Shh.
Oh, my.
It was the whole audience. They did it the whole time, too. They held a note.
What's up with it?
And you know what note he sings it in?
A minor.
That's right.
Oh, what the deal? Hey, what's up?
What up with it?
First and foremost, all praise to the Most High.
That's right.
We woke up this morning. Rest in paradise, my auntie Sharon. She transitioned yesterday, so this is special right now. You know, she probably watching it from up there. So
Mom?
Make sure you
I think his auntie.
Smiles on her, right? You know, make her feel good. Dre, what's up? Doc Dre, what's up? What's up?
That's cool.
We're gonna dedicate this one to the city. Compton, Watts.
Anything to say about the accusations about the man in the song?
Hollywood, out to the valley.
Yeah, why don't you dedicate it to Drake?
IE.
I mean, because going back to Troy's point, do you know how fucking funny it is when it's like LA needs the most help it's ever needed right now, burned to the ground? You know, we're all supporting Los Angeles. And he's like, you know what I can do? I can dedicate my Drake's a Pedophile song to Los Angeles. and you know what Los Angeles says? Thank you, Kendrick. This is the song to bring us together. He's a man of the city. I mean, dude, how do you even...
I mean, but it would be funny if he was like, I just want to dedicate this to Drake.
It would be funny.
It did not have to be like this.
But low-key, it's even funnier to not even acknowledge... Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't even remember...
Yeah, the song's about this guy, and I'm not even mentioning him.
Right.
Yeah, no, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah. I thought I was just speaking of pedophiles.
Yeah. No. I remember there was the one.
Right.
Song that ended Drake's career.
Right. Yeah. Did your Look at Billie Eilish. She's so happy about it.
She loves it.
Everybody's happy.
Billie Eilish is like, fantastic. The right song won. It's okay that it wasn't my song.
I'll get him next time.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll have a song about Drake being a pedophile. Did your viewing party enjoy that Kendrick won?
It was over by that point.
It was a little late. It was a little late.
Yeah.
How do your friends feel about Not Like Us?
Oh, all on board.
We love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We love it.
All summer.
All summer.
Yeah.
That's multi-generational.
It's for everyone. It's a song for everyone. Are we checking Drake's schedule?
Yeah, he's in Australia.
Yeah, he booked himself for the whole month.
Whole month.
Into March. Yeah. He's like, no. I won't be on the continent.
I don't want to be anywhere near this.
He basically spun a globe. He said, what's the furthest continent from North America? Oh, yes, Australia. It seems.
Let's go there.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's summer right now in Australia. You know what I mean? Because they have the reverse. Yeah. It's beautiful. Australia. And look at where he's going. Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane.
75 there today.
Auckland. These are all beautiful places. He's probably having a great time if he's staying at a hotel that does not have electricity. As long as he's at a place where he's completely disconnected, he's probably loving life right now. Good for Drake.
It's going to be 102 there on Wednesday.
Hey.
Work on his tan.
That's right. You know what? Maybe get out on the water.
Yeah.
Let that breeze hit you. I think that's fine. They really gave it to Kendrick. Song and Record of the Year.
I mean, it has
every award possible.
Well, everything they could possibly give him.
They want to make sure that song is played at the Super Bowl.
That's right. If there was ever any doubt. It's like we like it does seem like there is an active campaign to make sure if there is any doubt whatsoever, we are mainstreaming this song.
Yeah.
Do not get it twisted. Do not get it wrong. This is a mainstream song. Feel free to play it in any situation. You could play it in an elevator. Wherever you want to play it, it's perfectly appropriate, and everyone will enjoy it. I interact and meet a lot of people. You know that.
Uh-huh.
I've never met one person that doesn't like that song. Not one.
Yeah.
I would question them as a person.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're like, I'm not really a hip hop fan, but that song's great.
Like, I feel like if I played it for my mom, she'd be like, oh, this is a good song.
Right. You know, before that song came out, Drake had a song. It was called Family Matters. And people were like, oh, that's a pretty good song.
If you say so.
I mean,
not in comparison.
Forget about deleting Babyface. That Family Matters song, nobody even remembers it existed.
No.
Certainly not Song of the Year, Record of the Year. It's awesome. Absolutely. An incredible time to be alive, to witness all this.
Do you mind, real quick, are we wrapping up on this?
Yeah.
Oh, can I give a shout out real quick?
To K-Dot?
My friend Domenico, who I play with in Prince Street Bodega, he won a Grammy last night.
Whoa, what did he win for?
He worked on Chris Brown's record, and that won, like, Best R&B. I forget I think Best R&B?
Best R&B?
Yeah.
Shout out to Domenico.
Yeah, he wrote on a couple of Chris Brown's tunes.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was there. And
that's sick.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to see Kendrick accept?
He did, yeah.
That's so sick. That's so sick. He gets a statue and he gets to be there.
To witness it live.
To witness it.
Yeah.
That's sick. Shout out to Domenico, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, okay? Let's process. Let's get excited. We'll be right back. Stay there.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show. You're back with Sam Roberts Show.
To help all the people who lost everything, because there's all these people in LA that lost everything, that didn't have insurance. Like it's horrible what happened. So everybody's coming together and putting on these festivals and everything and trying to help. And at this Fire Aid show, this is nuts. Like, and maybe I was just in a weird place emotionally, but like, I was like, am I going to tear up watching this? Like, Travis, did you tear up at all? Did you get close?
No, but I got really happy.
Okay, you got the emotions, feelings. Yeah. That's what it was. It was big feelings. And it was these feelings of like, not only am I so happy to see this, there's multiple things going on here.
You're talking about Paris Hilton's DJ set, right?
Paris Hilton as a DJ. I go, finally. Like, they said she could only be a reality star. They talk about the sex tape. It's like, no, this girl is a DJ. above all else.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
And the fact that she can shine through as this DJ, to me, is the most impressive thing. It really shows how multifaceted some talents are. The other thing that happened was that the surviving members of Nirvana got back together. And I just
which was not announced.
It was not announced. It was certainly not expected in any
because
in any
going
context.
through it.
Right. Oh yeah.
This was his first public appearance.
Because after losing Taylor and then the scandal.
Well, I mean, losing Taylor, they went on a whole tour after that. That was nothing. They have a new drummer.
Well, it was something.
It was something, but I mean,
it wasn't a scandal.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
like Dave, going hey, I got some babies out of wedlock. What do you want from me?
It's like a rock star, dude.
Come on, I'm Dave Grohl. Yeah. You wouldn't?
I would.
Right. You wouldn't?
We all would.
So
it's Dave Grohl.
So I mean, he's
one step away from Pat Smear.
I mean, I think there might be more than one step. But
you think him and Pat?
Look,
Pat's the man.
Pat's an icon for those that know. Yeah. Dave Grohl is a universal icon.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl is the last real rock star. I mean, there's other rock performers, obviously, people like Jack White and all that stuff. But I mean, in terms of true just rock stars that rock out.
Contemporary, that generation. Yeah, I guess so.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, rock stars it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, because I wouldn't put Jack White as a rock star.
No. He's a performer.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. I mean, Jack White's one of my favorite artists of all time. But it's just a different thing.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl is a classic rock star.
Yeah, so this was the first time he's done anything public since that whole scandal. Because then they canceled some shows. Yeah. I know that.
I mean, I forgave him instantly.
Yeah, it's okay, dude. Don't worry, you lost Taylor. I get it.
Right. You had to, that's why I linked the two.
Yeah, it was rough.
He's going through it.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll work it out in therapy.
He's got to get his mind off stuff.
Yeah.
Made a couple whoopsie-daisies.
I know he's dumb things, he's very active in cooking food for the homeless and stuff like that.
He likes to make barbecue.
It's probably delicious.
Yeah. And he's continued to do that, but it's just selfless work that he doesn't it's not, I wouldn't consider it a public appearance.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Pat Smear and Chris Novoselic.
And it's always great to see Chris Novoselic.
It's so great because he doesn't even really perform music like
no,
this.
He's got bands, but he's more into I think charity and,
right.
and
he had a political career.
career. Yeah. Activism.
Yeah, just seeing him up there with his little hat on and his accordion.
Just this tall ass guy that threw his guitar up in the air that one day.
That's all I was thinking of VMAs. Just nailing himself in the head with his guitar, denting his skull because he's so badass.
Yeah.
And so, they did a handful of songs, but they brought out different singers.
Yeah. So they started with St. Vincent. Mm-hmm. And these are the same singers that they did for the Hall of Fame
right.
performance, and then the performance that they did over at St. Vitus.
Right.
Which would have been incredible to get.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I remember that was at 2 a.m. It was announced at midnight.
Yeah.
So they brought out so St. Vincent, then Kim Gordon, then Joan Jett.
That's right.
She needed Reputation. Bad Reputation.
Yeah. They were we'd really like to do a Nirvana song.
She's I think we'll do Bad Reputation on this
one. She's
one.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
It was when I had Loverboy in here. And they were we got something new we want to play. I go, let's do Working for the Weekend.
Joan's listen, this one's really popular. Rhonda, I just want to do this.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to trust me on this one. They want to hear Bad Reputation. Okay. But yeah, I think for me, I started to get emo probably the same time you did, Travis, for real, when it was Violet Grohl.
Yeah.
Coming out and doing All Apologies.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those moments where it was just the fact that after everything, all the surviving members are still together, that Dave's there with his daughter, that this song is still in existence. It's just such a it was a wild thing to see, and it was just so perfect.
There goes Joan.
Just Dave dumping water on his head. And Dave's behind the drums.
Where he belongs.
Could he be playing guitar? Sure. Could he be singing? Sure. Yeah. Could he play the bass? Why not?
This was, I think, at Intuit Dome, because they did it simultaneously.
Intuit Dome rules.
In two places. Staples Center or whatever it's called.
Crypto.com. Crypto.com Arena.
Violet Grohl. Come on down.
Chris is just smiling.
Chris is the man.
He is the man.
Cool stash.
He's got a great stash.
Knows how to play the accordion.
Yeah. Fun hat.
Yeah, very fun.
You gonna wear the hat, Chris? Yeah, I am gonna wear the hat.
I actually think
I actually am gonna wear the hat. Look at Dave. He's waiting for it. And Dave is still giving it his 1,000% all.
Yeah.
Because that's a tough. I mean,
a hard
if you went
one.
out there and sucked,
Yeah.
people would be like, "What are you doing?"
Right. I mean, they'll give you an inch because you're Dave Grohl's kid, but that's about
Not
as far.
that much.
Nah.
I mean, if Joan goes out there and isn't that great, it's like, okay, well, she's Joan.
a legend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, she's a legend.
And like the shit Kurt did, like it sounds effortless. But
Yeah.
he's
It's not.
insanely talented.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody said about Kurt, that like he would deceivingly be in the studio like perfecting everything.
Yeah. Like, who follows this?
I mean, but yeah, those shots, that's what it did it for me too, I think.
Shots of Dave behind her?
Those shots of Dave where it's like, after all this time, after everything.
30 years.
It's like, yeah, dude, like. He was a kid, dude. He was a kid when he did this.
This was 30.
What,
This
Kurt
was
died in like
31
94,
He
right?
died in 94, so In Utero was 94. Or 93.
Yeah. And now he gets to sing this with his daughter.
With his grown daughter.
Yeah. I mean, that's the coolest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Is she a singer in real? Like, does she do this? Is she in a band or?
I don't know if she does it professionally.
Oh, she's great.
She's really good.
She's really good. No, just go home. I
mean,
wouldn't
just
even
leave.
want to know what's happening
No,
next.
I'm out.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially that song.
Yeah.
Like, that's on that list of the most iconic Nirvana songs.
And Joan Jett did Territorial Pissings, right?
Yeah, she did. Yeah. And I think Kim did Breed, or St. Vincent did Breed. I don't remember. One of them did Breed.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, no. St. Vincent did Breed, and then Kim did School.
I also just love hearing those songs performed now, and like, they're still good, and they're still relevant, and it just knowing that stuff survives forever and just keeps
that's
going
forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wonder why, like, they wouldn't offer them like a tour, like take that out on tour.
I don't think they would do that.
I mean, oh man.
I mean, I would go.
Yeah, I would too.
It's almost cooler that they just pop up.
It's almost cool.
Every
like,
few years, there it is, and then,
I very much was not expecting that to ever happen again. Like, I figured, like, okay, they're doing the Hall of Fame thing. Let's honor Kurt.
Yeah.
I love that they did it with just female singers. Like, it works on so many levels. Sure. But I figured, like, okay, that's it. Yeah. Like, and I'm betting that all it took was a phone call. Like, somebody called and said, "Hey, would you do this?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure, yeah." But it's not about money, which is why I don't think they would do a tour.
Yeah.
And they've also, what's really interesting is they've all had very full lives post Nirvana. Like, it's not like, let's get back to the glory days. It's they don't have to do this. It's like, yeah, that was an awesome thing that we did. We've also done exactly what we want to do.
There are generations that are like, oh, Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters.
I mean, most people.
Yeah.
At this point,
And
most
not like,
people.
oh,
There's
Dave Grohl
our
from
generation who remembers that. But other than that,
Yeah.
They didn't know. Oh, I didn't know he could play the drums.
Oh, wow. He's really talented.
What was this, like his garage band before he did Foo Fighters?
I think Katy Perry.
Who's that, Alanis Morissette?
No.
Katy Perry looks good. Jeez.
Yeah, she got that Ozempic.
She does.
Shout out, by the way, to Ozempic and to Katy Perry.
By the way, they did these like, so it was really weird because it was televised.
Yeah.
And it was one concert going on at the Intuit Dome, another concert going on at Crypto.com. And so when something was going on at one place, everybody at the other place was just watching.
Oh, they didn't have any filler.
No. So it was like Nirvana came out, did 4 songs, and then you're just like sitting in your seat for 20 minutes watching the feed from the other place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 2 style.
You know what? That's what people.
That's what they call it.
That's what they were saying.
The industry calls it. WrestleMania 2 was Long Island, Chicago, and Los Angeles.
That's when they were putting this concert together, Netflix was like, well, how about we just do it WrestleMania 2 style?
WrestleMania 2 style. You remember in Chicago, they had the Battle Royal with William the Refrigerator Perry.
That's what they said. They said, you remember.
You remember. And everybody in the room said, of course, of course, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Sam in Illinois. What's up, Sam?
Hey, man. Me and my wife were at your live show on Thursday at Helium in Indy, and I just wanted to call and say thank you to you, and Hot Dog, and Dave for being so cool. And my wife and I, neither one of us had any idea that Hot Dog was such a short king.
He is a short king. That's what people say. Hot Dog is absolutely a short king. He wears it well.
He does.
But he is. He's a short king. And I think that's one of the reasons why so many people appreciate him.
Yeah, and I get it now. I get everything. I get the gifts and everything.
You met him once, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
He's trying to make up for a lot. I get it, but he's still cool as hell.
Good. Well, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, dude.
All right, bud. All right, let's wrap up for today. Thank you, everybody, for hanging and banging with us. I think we'll have, I think Jason Ellis is coming in tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yes, very, very exciting times. Exciting times. You can follow us on social media at Sam Roberts SXM, and we'll see you tomorrow.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Citations, fine shits.
Because of that, unfortunately, I won't be here live tomorrow. I mean, if I had known how everything was going to go, I probably would have scheduled differently, but it is what it is. However, as I'm sitting there, right, and I'm getting my everything in order, and I don't normally stress out about flights beforehand. It's not a stressor, But things are changing on these airplanes, man. There's all new things that I have to worry about, and sometimes, and this is the danger, I think, of viral videos, that they may start making you paranoid. Like, Travis, I'm sure you're not less afraid of bees since it became such a hot topic on Instagram and Jim was sending you all those bee videos. You're probably more afraid of bees.
I was going to say, the correct answer would be much more.
Right, because you see the damage that can be done.
Yeah.
You see what happens when they start to swarm together.
See, they're everywhere.
Right, heights too. I go, I don't know why I'm so afraid of heights. And then I watch these heights videos of these like Russians that are climbing thin poles. And I go, oh, no, I have every reason to be afraid of heights. That's terrifying. What's going on?
No, winter is my safe months.
Because the bees are dead.
Because the bees are dead.
Right.
Or somewhere else.
They're hanging out in their hives.
Yep.
Waiting.
If there are any bees in my walls, they're dead.
They're dead.
Yep.
But they're in their hives and they're planning.
You think they're planning?
100%. They're planning terror attacks. That's what they do all winter. They make honey and they go, yeah, we're going to make this honey. And the humans are going to love the honey. However, what they're going to hate is how we terrorize them every month that's warm. We're not going out in the cold. We're going to stay right here during the cold. They're very smart species. We're going to stay right here during the cold, but once it gets warm and the Joro spiders come out, which they warn us about the Joro spiders every summer, and the Joro spiders never come.
Are they the ones they're supposed to just drop from the sky and get in your face?
They're the parachute They're the massive. They go, don't worry, they're harmless. They won't hurt you, except they're huge, like they're the size of your palm, and they parachute down. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the Allies dropping over Normandy.
That's right. That's right.
Promising that for a while.
It's going to be propaganda pamphlets.
That's right. We're on our way.
They're coming. The lanternflies came. They warned us about that.
No, they did. They did. And now,
I feel like we fucked those bitches up, though.
Well, I tell you, I feel good about. I feel like I'm raising good American children because every summer we find the spots that the spotted lanternflies like to hang out, and I mean, my kids go to town on them. They go to town on them. I mean, just murdering them by the dozen.
It's like whacking day,
right? Right, but still, I mean,
but it is nice to like be like, hey, listen. You want to kill some bugs? We are supposed to kill them.
You're allowed. These are the ones you're supposed to kill. Yeah. It's actually better for the earth if you kill these. I mean, it makes no difference whatsoever.
I don't know. I kind of felt like I saw less of them last year than I did the year before.
I saw trees that I thought were brown, and I realized it was because they were covered head to toe, root to top, in spotted lanternflies. It looks like...
That must be a Westchester
Maybe
thing.
It's a Westchester thing. Westchester looks like Australia after frogs were introduced. They're just
Frogs?
everywhere. What were they called?
I call them Chaswazzers.
Chaswazzers. Yeah.
All right. Maybe they figured out that Staten Island,
there's just nothing there to get anyway.
No, I was going to say, we made sure to let them know that they're not welcome.
Well, they're not disgusting garbage bugs, so there's nothing to cling on to in Staten Island. They like a natural life,
Oh. Okay.
Right.
Where
Paradise.
COVID started.
Well, yeah, we did COVID too. Yeah, and by the way, interesting new theories about the origin of COVID. Huh? Well, we'll get there.
Don't tell Colbert.
No.
Anyway,
well, we did. We told him. He knew. But so the new viral video that I'm worried about is how this plane ride for me could easily become a plane ride from hell. This video, I mean, it's 7 seconds, but it's enough. You just look at this video and all you see, it's somebody sitting in coach. We're all crammed back there together in coach, and it's spanning the entire plane, and all you see, men, women, children, and we'll tweet this video out. What is it? Sam Roberts SXM is the
That's right.
tag. Men, women, and children, all sitting in their seats, all with their noses covered by their shirts. Which, I mean, this is third grade stuff. This is not the way as an adult you'd think, oh, I'm traveling through the air. This is how I should be traveling. You would never think, but... And then you listen, and you hear the desperation, and you hear the voices, and you hear... This is like... I mean, this is war footage. You hear what's going on and what these people... The things that we're going through as a community, I just can't... I can't deal with it anymore. He's just saying, stop farting.
He's like the guy who said, let's roll on Flight 93.
Right.
Someone's got to step up.
Someone has to. And he's saying it's not even like, this one's not a personal attack.
No, I don't care who it is.
This is not like, hey, this is inappropriate. I'm not judging you. I'm telling you, it smells bad. Please stop farting, whoever it is. I don't care who it is, because it smells bad.
A lot of the comments I did read are reverting to the age-old rule.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is huge.
I didn't see that one
coming.
Yeah,
man.
It makes sense.
And that's another reason why it's sometimes so difficult to speak up, because there is, and in my experience on this planet, 9 times out of 10, it's proven to be accurate that whoever smelt it did indeed dealt it.
That is the rule they're bringing up.
And the fact that nobody's saying a word, but this guy is looking around realizing he may not be the community leader we think he is. He may be trying to throw people, I mean, for lack of a better term, off the scent.
Oh, this is like the mole.
Yes, it is. This is Anderson Cooper. Should host a new reality game show called Who Farted on the Plane. Well, let's listen to his voice again. Now I want to hear, do you sense lies or desperation? I mean, it's a good reason.
Yeah, no, his logic is there.
It's a good, but it may,
and I do like how okay, if we're gonna break this down, I do like that he at the end gave a reason.
Well, it's because it smells bad.
Yeah.
It's not the sound. It's not because we think you're a bad guy. It's not, hey, you ate something wrong. It's not, we're sick of you. It just smells bad. We don't dislike you as a person. It just smells bad, and we're all dealing with it.
Like he was like, well, if I say whoever's farting, please stop farting, they might say why.
Right, and I'll tell you why. It smells bad, and we're all dealing with it. That's why our shirts are above our noses.
Everyone's.
Okay, but it's the politest way I've ever heard anybody say, whoever it is, knock that shit off right now. Cut it out. And that does lend to the belief that this could be a smelt it, dealt it scenario. Because he may be trying to, under the guise of just trying to get somebody to stop farting, he may be trying to quell angers. You see the way he calms the situation?
Like, listen.
Right? He's like,
okay.
Hey guys, we're all dealing with this. Like, just whoever it is.
We're in this together.
Not me, by the way. Not me. That was not me. But whoever it is.
Not me.
Not me. Please stop. Only because it smells bad. I'm sure you're still a good person.
You're probably really cool.
You're probably cool. And by the way, not a smelt it, dealt it scenario. And also, the rest of you look just as guilty because I've heard whoever denied it supplied it. So if we want to play that
Hit him
game,
back with that.
we can play that game too. Because, and I'll say this for the record, doorknob. Okay? I'm going to throw a safety on this one, just in case. Wouldn't it be great at the end of that if he said, also, safety?
Would you like it if at the end of that clip you just heard off in the distance, doorknob?
You see that Indian guy? You just hear a click of the seatbelt, and he jumps out of his seat racing for a doorknob. We knew it was you! We knew it was you!
Only a guilty man.
No. I just ran for the doorknob just in... No.
Instinct.
We knew it was you, and we're each getting 2 free hits, regardless if you hit that doorknob or not. It's a plane. Damn it. What are you doing?
It's international law.
Yeah. This is, Doorknob rules apply only to our feet being on the ground, and we're in the skies right now. Is there an air marshal on here? The air marshal says, doorknob rules don't apply.
Doorknob,
By the way, that's a handle. Find a doorknob on a plane. I dare. It's all handles. It's all handles.
I hope this is normalizing saying something when people are farting, because that is so disgusting to deal with.
You've dealt with it?
Many times.
Yeah.
I mean, just literally like 2 days ago, I was in yoga and somebody kept farting in there. And you obviously can't say anything, but it's so rude to just keep farting.
But what are you going to do?
Yeah, go leave the yoga room and go take a shit.
Okay,
but you don't always, no, farts don't always mean you have to go to the bathroom.
Well, go in the bathroom and open your butt and let all the air come out.
I don't know if that's exactly how it works. I don't think it all gets compacted right at the very front. And
You're not a doctor, though.
I'm not a doctor. For the record, I am not. And by the way, this is not medical advice. I got to say that legally. This is not medical advice. But as a human who's lived a life, I don't think you could just open your butt and all the farts come out.
Sometimes you go sit on the toilet and let it come out.
That's bad advice.
And if you have a turd, let the
But
turd
if you're
come
in
out.
yoga, it's not a turd situation.
You can absolutely excuse yourself. Nobody's holding a gun to your head to stay in the room.
That's true.
No, I know that. But it's gas. It doesn't mean you have to go to the bathroom.
But does that mean that you have to let everybody in the yoga studio have to deal with your gas?
But isn't that
maybe
part,
you're just so relaxed.
But that's what,
You're
isn't yoga like? Not only are you relaxed, but you're clenching the abdomen area. You're folding it over. Sometimes you don't have warning. It's not like you're sitting there knowing this is coming. Sometimes
you get a waft of bad air. I get it. But when it's just repeated farts,
you're saying it's not the farting once is one thing, but over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because then it takes you out of your peaceful Zen state.
I'm just livid. I'm frothing in anger in yoga, and that's not supposed to happen.
Well, the whole reason you're at yoga is not to be frothing.
Exactly.
So then maybe take a cue from this guy. Be the next one that stands up.
Yeah, but you know what? If you did that in yoga class, you'd hear me in the front row going, "We knew it was you. We know that was you."
I mean, all it takes is one guy to start the resistance, and then other people stand up.
That's why this guy's a hero.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Now you be like, you know what? I am also the hero. Well, and do it in an Indian accent if it'll make you feel better.
But you're saying this is like a French Revolution, like
yeah.
Except the French Revolution was followed by a reign of terror, and I feel like Troy would be that guy who'd be like, now no one may fart ever, and it's like this isn't what we wanted. This isn't what the revolution was all about.
You think he would instill a fascist dictatorship
That's what
in
happened.
the yoga studio?
People don't realize it. They start these political revolutions, and
For
they don't.
good.
They think it's for good, but sometimes the devil you know is a lot better than the devil you don't. And like, these people, like the absolute power corrupts absolutely. Okay. And this is what they were talking about when they said that. Mainly farts. Like, if you all of a sudden, I would tell you 100%, if all of a sudden somebody like Troy had all that power where this worked, and now we have set the laws on gas or whatever it was, he would be a monster to deal with.
Yeah.
He would just come up with more laws now that he had this power. I mean, Mike, you're a history buff.
The sans culottes were not kind to the overly flatulent.
You see what I'm saying?
They were the first ones to the guillotine.
Exactly.
Marie Antoinette used to rip ass like crazy.
Right, and she said, well, let them eat my burps then.
Because of all the cake.
yeah, because of the cake. It was ice cream cake. Because now you also worry about sometimes, excreting gas is a human thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing, like, it is as part of the human experience.
That's why I think Troy's being a little aggressive.
I do too. You have a body. Like, part of me, the more I thought about this video, the more I was like, well, like,
no.
What if it ends up being me on the plane? Like, you don't control.
It's not acceptable. Then you go to you excuse yourself. And go.
What if the restrooms are in use?
Oh,
then
there's only two sometimes.
You stand in the aisle and wait till it's open.
You can't hold in farts like that. It's bad for you.
It is so beyond rude to keep farting around other people. It's just a rudeness and a selfishness that you just can't believe that anybody would have. And I get a little fart has to come out. Sometimes it happens.
Don't you go to yoga with no underwear on?
Okay, what yoga catches farts?
No, I'm just saying that's also